One Piece Justice, Chapter 721-740. Chapter 721 Creation. After doing all this, Tianyu manipulated the Big Buddha to appear in front of Uchiha Madara. This time you lost. Tianyu looked at Uchiha Madara. $$, $$__. Humph. It was indeed me who lost this time. Uchiha Madara said directly, without denying it, because it was indeed he who lost, but he was not at the point where he didn't even admit that he lost. Then that's it. I don't think you can last long. Even if you have this thing to support your life, you don't have much time. Tianyu lifted the Senju Buddha, and then stood on the wooden dragon. It really is what a pity. There's no way to fight your prime. Humph. There will be a chance. Although he lost, Uchiha Madara also agreed with Tianyu as an opponent. Then, goodbye, Uchiha Madara. Tianyu directly manipulated the wooden dragon to leave without a trace of stay. Humph. Strange people. Uchiha Madara looked in the direction Tianyu was leaving, but as long as it doesn't disturb my plans. Uchiha Madara waited for the complete recovery of Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, and sat there. At this time, Ju appeared in front of Uchiha Madara. Lord Madara. Are you still staring at each other? Ju asked. Uchiha Madara thought for a while. Keep staring. Don't be discovered by him. Yes, Lord Madara. Ju replied. Is there any other order? Lord Madara. How about the selection of the pawn? I have to hurry, I'm running out of time. Uchiha Madara asked. We have found a suitable candidate. Ju said. That's good. The plan starts right away. Uchiha Madara decided. Yes, Madara-sama. Ju responded, and this world, Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, had also completely recovered. It's time to go back. Uchiha Madara stood up, and with a pung sound, the whole person and Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, disappeared directly on the spot, leaving only the huge pothole. After a while, some ninjas finally arrived here, and then they discovered the battle scene here. Looking at the huge potholes, these ninjas shuddered, because even S-rank ninjutsu cannot cause such destructive power. And the strength of the other party can be imagined, and the ninja world directly shook. After finishing the battle with Uchiha Madara, Tianyu rode the wooden dragon directly, left here, and headed towards the desert of the Land of Wind. He didn't stop until he came to the desert, and then found a quiet place and passed through. After observation Haki was sure there was no stalking, the wooden dragon spit out the flesh of Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path. Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path. Looking at the huge flesh and blood in his hand, Tianyu was somewhat confused. With this flesh and blood, plus the chakra of 10 tails, it should be possible to cultivate a small 10 tails, right? Thinking of this, Tianyu directly became interested, found a cave, and then began to prepare for fusion. After completing the defense, Tianyu took out the star, and then the chakra shot out, directly crushing the star, and then a group of chakra suddenly appeared in front of Tianyu. It was 10 tails, chakra, and Tianyu directly controlled it. The flesh and chakra of the 10 tails come together. As soon as the two came into contact, chakra merged into 10 tails, flesh and blood, and the two were combined. At the same time, a faint wave appeared in this flesh and blood, as 10 tails will. Feeling this, the stock fluctuated. Tianyu guessed, however, I didn't intend to make you will. Otherwise, something uncontrollable will appear. Thinking of this, Tianyu directly opened the Tensagen, and then the powerful mental force directly crushed it. Passed. Boom. Tianyu's mental power directly hit the flesh and blood of 10 tails, and the will generated inside screamed directly. After all, it is only a small part of 10 tails, and there is no resistance at all. Destroyed by Tianyu's powerful spiritual power. The flesh and blood that lost its will returned to normal, and then Tianyu directly rushed out of Sage Art Chakra, wrapping the mass of flesh and blood. With the wrapping and assimilation of Sage Art Chakra, the mass of flesh and blood gradually turned into a pure mass. Chakra. Seeing this, Tianyu reconfirmed that there is no problem before putting this group of chakra into his body. This group of chakras was controlled by Tianyu to move towards the chakras of the nine-tailed beasts that were merging. Without the slightest obstruction, the two were directly fused together, and further fusion began. With the addition of 10 tails chakras, the 9 chakras, the tail beasts' chakra fusion speed became faster. Tianyu saw this, and also input part of his sage art chakra into it, and then he recovered his mind after confirming that there was no problem. Tianyu intends to use the core chakra of the 9-tailed beasts, plus the chakra of 10 tails, and the chakra of sage art, and combine the 3 to create a new 10 tails, although it may not be as good as the real one. 10 tails, but with the addition of sage art chakra, it is not much worse than the real 10 tails, plus the original world is created again, the 2 new 10 tails are merged again, and the power can definitely exceed the original one. 10 tails, this is Tianyu's strongest path. After dealing with the creation of the new 10 tails, Tianyu stood up and counted the time. It was almost time for him to return to the original world. Tianyu saw this and went directly to Roran. Go, the current Roran is still the same. Without disturbing anyone, Tianyu quietly returned to the seal of the dragon veins, and then waited for the time to come. Suddenly, the dragon veins emitted a purple light, an energy mixed with the power of time and space, which enveloped Tianyu. Because Tianyu did not feel any danger, he did not resist. When Tianyu was enveloped by this energy, the whole person disappeared from this world in an instant. In this world, Tianyu has never appeared again. Even if Ju has searched all over the ninja world, he has not found any trace of Tianyu. Just like when Tianyu appeared, it was silent, and only his remains were left. Legend, and the power of Mokudan, wood style. In the original world, Tianyu suddenly appeared at the seal of Roran's dragon veins. Tianyu opened his eyes, opened observation haki and swept away, and immediately found that he had returned to the original world. Have you finally come back? Tianyu walked out, and then I looked at the underground dragon veins, thought about it, and prepared to seal the dragon veins again. Sealing Technique 9 Dragon Seal. Tianyu directly used Mokudan, wood-style chakra to form 9 small wooden dragons, which were then intertwined to form a powerful seal, blocking the dragon's veins and leaving a trace of his own spirit inside. Force and Horaitian Sigil. Ask for support, ask for subscription, ask for reward. Chapter 722 Start Action. Now you can rest assured. This seal, unless it reaches the quasi-6 paths level, otherwise, don't try to open my seal, even if it is opened, with my spiritual power, plus the Horaitian mark, I can come here in an instant. Here, Tianyu looked at the seal with satisfaction, then shattered the surrounding walls, blocked the seal, and left here. N-ary product divided by N-ary product. Forget it, there's nothing to do now. Let's go back to Omegakure village. Tianyu decided to go back to Omegakure village, knowing that only a short moment had passed. After returning to Omegakure village, Tianyu continued to develop Omegakure village. Because it completely replaced Sunagakure village, the current Omegakure village also has no shortage of tasks. Omegakure village is also developing rapidly, absorbing the power of the original Sunagakure village. The current Omegakure village's strength ranking among the 5 major ninja villages can also reach the top 2. The attack can be compared with the Kumogakure village. If Tianyu's strength is added, it is completely the first ninja village in the ninja world. 3 years passed quickly. Hayate Blue. Konoha village. After 3 years of training, Naruto and Jiraiya finally returned to Konoha village after a long absence. The current Naruto has lost his youthful innocence and finally matured, and his strength has improved very fast, reaching the level of Jonin, although he is still a genin. Ah, it's been a long time since I returned to Konoha village. Naruto exclaimed. Okay, let's report to the Hokage office first. Jiraiya said. Naruto and Jiraiya walked towards Hokage's office, and at the same time they met their former partners. They greeted each other one by one, but they didn't realize that at this time, undercurrents were surging in the shadow of the ninja world. Akatsuki Base. Akatsuki Base has not changed. It is still in the original Omegakure village, in front of Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path Nagato, Tianyu, Konan, Ju, Afe, Kakuzu, Hidan, Itachi, Demon Shark, Deidara, Sasori, all the people gathered here. Finally all the people have gathered here. Is it going to start? I can't wait, Hidan said loudly. Okay, everyone is here, so we can start, Nagato said, then looked at everyone. Everyone became serious after hearing Nagato's words, then looked at Nagato and waited for his next words. It has been 3 years since the last gathering, and now is the time for us to start our operations. We have all obtained the specific information of the 9-tailed beasts. Therefore, the tailed beast capture plan is officially launched now, Nagato said. Has it finally started? Afe said excitedly, not far from his plan. I hope you can get me a stronger tailed beast. Give Hidan the weak one, Deidara said. Deidara, what do you mean? Are you saying I'm the weakest? Hidan said angrily. Just know for yourself, Deidara laughed. You, Hidan glared at Deidara. Okay, Nagato stopped. Now, let me arrange your targets. Nagato glanced at everyone. Second tail is in Kumogakure village. Kumogakure village is also very powerful, so I leave it to Afe and Ju. Sanwei is in a wild state, so I give it to Deidara. 4 tails, 5 tails are all in Iwagakure the village. Give it to Itachi, Oni, Sasori. 6 tails to Tianyu, Konan, and 7 tails to Hidan and Kakuzu, all of them shot at the same time. When the 5 big ninja villages have not reacted, they get 6-tailed beasts at the same time, the specific location of the target. When the time comes, the avatar of Ju will lead you. How about it? Are there any questions? Nagato asked everyone. No problem, everyone shouted. Yeah, let's go then. Let me just say, be careful, Nagato said. Bastard Hidan, why don't we try to see who catches the tailed beast first and then comes back here? Deidara said. Okay, compare. Who's afraid of you? Hidan said disdainfully. Whoever loses will call him Big Brother when he sees the opponent. How's it going? Deidara said sinisterly. Humph, just wait and call Big Brother, Hidan said without hesitation. Who's who? Not sure. Deidara laughed. Go. As a result, all of them set off one after another, heading towards their respective goals, snatching the 6-tailed beasts at once. Akatsuki's actions will definitely shock the ninja world. Among the crowd, Deidara was the fastest. Because of the way, Tianyu and Konan, together with Deidara, sat directly on the clay bird, and flew in the direction of the land of water. There were many others. Walk away. In the land of water, because Tianyu notified Terumi Mei in advance, the village of Kurigakure did not capture the tailed beast, which also led to the fact that the current 3 tails are still in a wild state, while the 6 tails are on a person named Yugao. The opponent is a prisoner who defected from the village of Kurigakure. The 3 of them flew directly to the land of water, and then the 3 separated. Deidara, after the 3 tails are resolved, you can go straight back. Don't wait for us, Tianyu said. Okay, I plan to be the first to return to the organization. Prove it to that bastard Hidan. Deidara flew away happily. Okay, let's go find that Yugao too, Tianyu said to Konan. Yeah, Konan had no objection, and the 2 of them walked towards the area where Yugao was. Deidara flew directly to the front of a lake, and then landed. At this time, a white Zetsu clone appeared directly underground, as the target in this lake. Seeing the appearance of the white Zetsu clone, Deidara didn't make a fuss. After all, he already knew white Zetsu's abilities. Yes, it is here, but the other party is in a wild state. So if you want to bring it back, you still have to rely on your ability. White Zetsu clone said. Don't worry, leave it to me, Deidara said excitedly, and then directly controlled the clay birds to head towards the center of the lake. Get out, big turtle. Deidara threw a lot of clay bombs directly into the lake. Clay bombs entered the lake one by one, and Deidara's excited hand seal said, Art is explosion. With Deidara's manipulation, boom, boom, a large number of explosions sounded directly at the bottom of the lake. Sanwei, who was resting and sleeping at the bottom of the lake, was directly woken up by Deidara's bomb, and then angrily swam out to the top of the lake, intending to see who was it, who dared to disturb its sleep, and Sanwei went directly to the top of the lake. 720th chapter's 36 hand. Wow, what a big turtle, Didera exclaimed when she saw the three tails appearing on the surface of the lake, and then she kept biting the clay, forming a clay bomb. Woo woo. At this time, Sanwei also saw Didera flying in the air. It also knew that it was probably this person who disturbed his rest, so he didn't hesitate, and opened his mouth directly, water cannon. A huge water polo directly attacked Didera in the air. Huh, how dare you resist you, Mr. Didera. Didera saw that the mere three tails had taken the initiative, and immediately said angrily, directly manipulating the birds to avoid them, and then threw the clay bombs one by one. Sano saw that the attack didn't hit Didera, opened his mouth again, and was about to send out a water cannon to hit Didera. At this moment, Didera's little clay bird appeared directly beside its mouth, and then exploded directly. Boom, boom. The huge explosion directly affected the three tails, and the chakra did not form immediately, and exploded directly, roar. The water flow exploded directly, blocking in front of Sanwei, and then Sanwei directly opened his mouth, and then a group of black chakras gathered directly. It was Tailed Beast Bomb. Huh. Didera immediately felt a sense of danger, thinking of the Tailed Beast's attack method, Tailed Beast Bomb. Didera also became serious. No. C-318. A huge doll-shaped clay fell directly towards Sanwei, and at the same time, Didera also formed a huge clay bomb, which he threw into the lake. At this time, the Tailed Beast Bomb of the three tails has also formed, and then directly attacked by the three tails towards Didera. Boom. Tailed Beast Bomb and number 18 collided together, and then made a huge roar, and the two exploded directly. Open, and then the powerful impact is released directly towards the surrounding. The strong storm directly caused Didera to control the birds to avoid it, and the three tails in the lake also retreated along the current. Didera in the air saw this, and suddenly Isho, and then hand seal in his hand, art as an explosion. Blast. Boom, boom. The huge explosion sounded directly in Sanwei's abdomen, and then the powerful impact suddenly hit Sanwei, but Sanwei did not notice such an attack at all, and was directly stunned by the huge force. At the same time, the powerful force also made Sanwei directly overturned a body, like a turtle, turned upside down. Sanwei was killed by Didera with one blow. This is the difference between the wild-tailed beast and the human Jinchuriki column strength. The wisdom gap is too big. Okay, it's done. After seeing Sanwei fainted, Didera flew down excitedly and came to Sanwei. Now, as long as you bring it back, that bastard Hidan can't beat me. Didera excited, he directly used the clay to form a super huge bird, so huge that it grabbed the three tails directly, and then flew back towards the Akatsuki base. Three tails are captured. In the land of water, in a valley, Tianyu and Conan came over and saw a man sitting on a tree, blowing bubbles, and Tianyu and Conan. Are you Yugao? Tianyu looked at Yugao and asked. Who the hell are you? Yugao looked at Tianyu and asked. The bubbles in his mouth were still blowing. We want to borrow something from you, Tianyu said. Sorry, I don't have what you want here. Yugao retorted directly. No, you have, that's what's inside you, Tianyu said. Are you also here for this thing? Yugao's face turned ugly, and he directly manipulated the bubble to come to Tianyu. Sweetened water style bubble technique. Explode. The bubble exploded directly in front of Tianyu and Conan. However, Tianyu and Conan disappeared directly in place without the slightest injury. It was released from his hand and stabbed towards Yugao. Sweetened water style foam clone. Yugao directly used the foam clone to avoid the past, and then appeared in the distance. Since you want my life, then let me die here. Yugao directly tailed beastification, and then a giant white slug appeared in front of Tianyu and Conan. Strong acid slime. A large cloud of acid spit out directly from Luwei's mouth towards Tianyu and Conan. Mokuden wood style wood dragon jutsu. Tianyu didn't intend to waste time with Yugao. He directly summoned a huge wooden dragon, and then attacked Yugao directly. Boom, Mu Long directly smashed the acid liquid, and then went towards Yu Gao. Tailed Beast Bomb. After seeing the huge size of the wooden dragon, Yu Gao also knew the power of the opponent's tricks, so he used Tailed Beast Bomb directly. A large group of black chakra directly formed a sphere, and then violently attacked the wooden dragon past. Boom! The wooden dragon directly caught the Tailed Beast Bomb, then bit it in his mouth, smashed it in one bite, and continued to charge towards Yu Gao without slowing down. Boom! The wooden dragon circled directly, and then the tail slammed down directly, and hit the 6 tails that Yu Gao transformed into. Boom! The powerful force made the 6 tails flip directly to the ground, and then the wooden dragon directly bound up, entangling the 6 tails, completely unable to move. Chakra was continuously absorbed by the wooden dragon, and finally, Chakra Carrot was completely absorbed, and then the tailed beast became unable to hold on, and then returned to its original state. Yu Gao had passed out and fell directly to the ground. Solution. Tianyu directly controlled the wooden dragon and swallowed Yu Gao in one mouthful, then flew over. Let's go. Conan, let's take this one back directly. Tianyu said. Okay. Conan didn't refuse, and flew directly to the wooden dragon. Then the two of them rode the wooden dragon and flew towards the Akatsuki base. 6 tails are captured. On the other side, Hidan and Kakuzu also came to Taki Ninja Village. After returning here, Kakuzu also had a complicated expression, and then disappeared without a trace. Let's go. Go straight to arrest Nanao. Go to the waterfall. Hey, wait for me, Kakuzu. Hidan quickly followed. The two directly penetrated the waterfall, with Kakuzu present, so the two did not disturb the ninjas in Taki Ninja Village at all, and entered the Taki Ninja Village smoothly. According to the information that was absolutely given, the two went directly to the Nanao Jinchuriki column. Go to the location of Laifu. Chapter 724 Curse. Is that little girl the Nantai Jinchuriki column force? Hidan asked, looking at the little girl in the distance. Intersection. According to the information, it's her. Kakuzu said without the slightest emotion. Then let's do it directly. Hidan held his march sickle directly, and then charged directly towards Fu. Fu found Hidan and Kakuzu, and after seeing the other side rushing towards him, Fu also knew that the other side was the enemy. Secret scale powder hidden technique. Fu reacted in an instant, and a large piece of scale powder spread directly towards Hidan, who was rushing over. Hidan didn't care at all in the face of such a trick. He rushed directly into the scale powder, and then slashed towards Fu with a knife. A sound of whoosh. Hidan's attack directly hit Fu, however, it didn't feel like it hit the entity. It was an image. Hidan was suddenly shocked. At this moment, Fu suddenly appeared, and hit Hidan with one blow. Ah! The kunai in Fu's hand directly stabbed Hidan's heart. Hidan let out a scream, and Fu also smiled, because she was sure that this was the entity. That is to say, 2 enemies, one has been solved. Fu directly alerted Kakuzu to prevent the other party's surprise attack. However, Kakuzu didn't move at all, just watching their battle, which also puzzled Fu. At this moment, Hidan, who was no longer moving, suddenly moved and slashed at Fu in an instant. What? Fu looked at Hidan in horror. Her body subconsciously retreated, however, it was still a step too late. Her abdomen was directly slashed by Hidan, revealing blood. Fu quickly retreated. Hidan did not continue to pursue. How is that possible? You've already been stabbed in the heart by me. Fu looked at Hidan with an ugly face, not understanding why. She covered the wound on her abdomen with her hands, but the wound was slowly recovering. Sorry, I'm immortal, but it really hurts. Hidan pulled out the kunai stabbed in his chest, and threw it aside. How could such a thing happen? Fu said in disbelief. Be good, let me solve you. Hidan said, and then took out a thorn directly, stabbed it in the palm of his hand, and then a lot of blood dripped on the ground. Hidan began to depict the curse. Don't be ashamed. Fu sneered, then turned into a tailed beast and attacked Hidan. At this time, Hidan's curse picture and text were also depicted, and then he directly swallowed Fu's blood into his stomach, and the whole person directly turned into a cursed form. completely disregarding the attack of Fu. Just when Fu was about to attack Hedan directly stabbed himself in the chest. It's really a wonderful feeling. Hedan didn't feel the pain, but cried out in comfort. Ah! Fu's chest suddenly felt severe pain, and he couldn't even maintain his tailed beast transformation, and fell directly to the ground. How could this be? Fu looked at her chest in confusion. Where there was a hole was stabbed, and a lot of blood flowed out. How could this happen? It was obvious that he was not attacked by the opponent. Fu looked at Hedan in confusion, wanting to know why this happened and why it happened. Ha 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 ha, don't you understand? You are cursed by me. Now as long as I hurt myself, you will suffer the same injury, but I am immortal, and you are not, so you are dead. Hedan didn't hide his abilities either, and explained it directly to Fu. How is it possible to have such absurd ability? Fu suddenly did not believe it, and walked towards Hedan with strong support. Don't you believe it yet? Looking at Fu's actions, Hedan knew that the other party didn't believe it, and Hedan didn't care. Then let's hit the last blow directly. Hedan held the spike again and stabbed it towards his chest. No! Fu immediately felt a sense of crisis and hurriedly stopped it, but it was still too late. Hedan's thorn directly stabbed his chest. Fu looked at her chest, and saw that there was a wound there again. Fu could only stare at the wound blankly, and then she fell directly to the ground, and passed out in a coma. Hedan, on the other hand, was lying on the ground, praying. Kakuzu saw this, came to Fu, then picked it up with one hand, came to Hedan, go. And left here, ignoring Hedan. Kakuzu, wait for me. Hedan stood up quickly, without even praying, and followed. Because the Nanao people Jinchuriki column Lifu lived on the edge of Taki Ninja Village, the movement here did not disturb the ninjas in Taki Ninja Village. They did not realize that Fu was captured until later. Nanao was captured. In Kumogakure village, Afei and Ju came to Kumogakure village. Let's bring out the Jinchuriki column force of the two tails, otherwise, it is really difficult to deal with. Afei said to Ju. Leave it to me. Ju hid directly underground and ran towards Yugito's place. Yugito just finished the task, and then walked towards his home. Although it is the Jinchuriki column force of the two tails, since he can completely control the tailed beast, the people in the village will no longer be afraid of her, so her life it was also a good time. When he reached a path, Yugito suddenly felt something, and then looked directly to the side. I saw a white humanoid creature appearing in front of Yugito. What the hell is this? Yugito wondered. Hey. Ju smiled directly, and then attacked Yugito. Mokuden wood-style stab. Ju formed a sharp thorn in his hand and stabbed Yugito. The enemy. Yugito dodged directly, then stepped forward and punched the broken thorn. Then I can't let you go. Yugito directly bullied himself, stepped back, and then turn around and leave. I can't let you escape. Yugito directly pursued the past, because he had absolute confidence in his own strength, so Yugito did not seek support. After seeing that the opponent was hooked, he also showed a smile, and then walked directly to Afei with the opponent. Yugito also planned to wait for the opponent to get to a place far away from the village and no one, and then completely turn into a beast, and then take the opportunity to solve the opponent. Two people walked, one chased, and soon came to a place where no one was there. It was an underground cave, very spacious, and Afei had already been waiting here. Seeing this, he also stopped, and Yugito was the same. Please subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe, say important things 3 times. Chapter 725 4 Tales. Looks like you guys brought me here on purpose. Yugito looked at Fei and Ju and said. Me reference mark me. Yes, here is your burial place. It should be good. Ah Fei said. Whose burial place is not the same? Yugito snorted coldly, completely transformed into a tailed beast. I saw that Yugito immediately turned into a completely tailed beast. Absolutely, you monitor the surroundings, don't let people find this place. Ah Fei said. Don't worry, no one will appear here. Ju laughed, then came to the side. Go to hell. Yugito, who was completely transformed into a tailed beast, attacked Afei directly. Afei looked at Yugito's arrival without any movement at all. Looking at the enemy who had no movement, Yugito was puzzled, but he still attacked with a claws without hesitation. However, Yugito didn't hit Afei at all, and instead penetrated directly from the opponent's body. Yugito stood firm. What the hell is this? Although he didn't understand, Yugito continued to attack the past. I don't understand. Believe, you can always do this. Yugito penetrated Afei again, and at this time, when Yugito just passed, Afei moved, Kaden fire style burst into the wind. A large group of spiral-shaped flames attacked Yugito's back. Boom! The flames hit Yugito's back directly. However, Yugito was not injured in the slightest due to the transformation of a tailed beast. Damn it! Yugito turned his head straight and was a big fireball. He attacked Afei directly, however, it still penetrated Afei, without the slightest use. It's useless, your attack can't hurt me at all, Afei said, looking at Yugito. Damn, I don't believe it. Yugito didn't believe that he would never be able to hit the opponent, so he continued to attack Afei. Seeing this, Afei had no intention of continuing to waste time with her. After Yugito penetrated Afei's body again, Afei directly held the hand seal, Mokuden wood-style cutting technique. Yugito was stabbed in the back. Yugito didn't care about Fei's attack because of her confidence in her tail beast. However, she didn't expect that it was an attack from Mokuden wood-style and saw that the wood thorn directly penetrated her tail beast clothes, and pierced her body. Ah! Yugito screamed directly, the wood thorns inside her body, puncturing constantly, causing her great pain. At this time, Afei appeared in front of Yugito, Mokuden wood-style 4-pillar prison technique. I saw that the cage formed by Mokuden wood-style directly trapped Yugito. Yugito's voice directly paused, and then was blocked by Afei. He was knocked unconscious and arrested immediately. It's solved. Absolutely, take it away, Afei said. It's really fast, Ju exclaimed. Okay, let's hurry up. If the ninjas from Kumogakure village come, although I'm not afraid, it will be a trouble, Afei said, and the two of them left the place directly. Two tails are captured. In the land of soil, Iwagakure village, because of disagreement with Onoki, both Laozi and Han left Iwagakure village, but they didn't become a judge. Onoki still sent some ninjas around Laozi and Han, just for the sake of make sure they are both safe. At this time, Itachi, Sasori, and Oni Shark appeared here, and then looked at Laozi and Han from a distance. Are they the 4-tailed and 5-tailed Jinchuriki column force? Oni Shark said. Yeah, just the two of them. What? Who's going to shoot? Sasori said. The ability of the 4 tails is Yoden, lava style, and my Suiten, water style, is just restraining the opponent. Leave the 4 tails to me, said the ghost shark. Leave the 5 tails to me, Itachi said. Then those Anbu in the dark, leave it to me, Sasori said. Let's do it, Itachi said, and the 3 of them charged directly at each other. There is an enemy. Laozi also noticed the arrival of the other party, and immediately prepared for the battle. The fast hand seal in the hands of the ghost shark, Suiten, water style, burst the water colliding wave. The massive water flow directly charged towards Laozi and Han. What? The pupils of Laozi and Han shrank, and they spread out without hesitation, while Itachi saw this and went straight to Han, while Ghost Shark came to Laozi. Not good. There are enemies, hurry up and inform Lord Tsuchikage. Seeing this, Anbu said directly. However, at this moment, they suddenly found that they couldn't move. What's going on? All the Anbu looked down, sand iron. On the body. At this time, Sasori had released the puppets of the 3 generations of Cage, and then manipulated the sand iron to control all the Anbu. Give me a death. The sand iron funeral. With Sasori's attack, all the Anbu were directly killed. The sand and iron were crushed into pieces and all died. Is your target a tailed beast? Laozi said, looking at the ghost shark in front of him. Yes, then can you take the initiative to hand it over? Gui Sha smiled and looked at Lao Zi. Are you dreaming? Lao Zi looked at the ghost shark and knew that if he pulled out the tailed beast, then as a human Jinchuriki column force, he would be dead. No one wants to die, so how could he agree? Then I'll have to come and get it myself. The ghost shark held the shark's muscle. Yoden, lava style, burning river rock technique. Lao Zi took the lead, spit out magma balls from his mouth, and attacked the ghost shark. Sweden, water style, water formation wall. The ghost shark directly defended the attack of Lao Zi with a Sweden, water style, and then continued the hand seal in his hand, Sweden, water style, great exploding water colliding wave. Like the ocean, the flow of water rushed towards Lao Zi. Yoden, lava style, granite. Seeing this, Lao Zi directly used his most powerful defensive ninjutsu, an ultra-wide range of defensive ninjutsu, and immediately stood in front of Lao Zi, and then the water flow directly hit Yoden, lava style, defense. The water hit the Yoden, lava style, and then a large amount of water vapor was directly generated. Although the Yoden, lava style, granite's defense range is very strong, the ghost shark's ninjutsu attack range is super large, although most of them are blocked, but there is still a large amount of water that attacked the old purple in the past. Seeing this, Lao Zi attacked the past with another move, Yoden, lava style, and resisted the attack of the ghost shark. At this time, Lao Zi also became serious. He also knew the strength of the opponent, and he didn't know what to do. Dare to have the slightest carelessness. His attack was blocked by the opponent, and the ghost shark didn't care at all. After all, these were just two ninjutsus he randomly used. He hadn't used his full strength yet, and the ghost shark became serious. Chapter 726 Easy Capture. Tailed Beast State 1. Lao Zi saw this and directly entered the Tailed Beast state. No Zeta Bug no. After seeing Lao Zi's state, the ghost shark also became serious, hand seal with both hands, Sweden, water style, shark dance. With the hand seal of the ghost shark, a large amount of water flow directly gathered, and then formed a huge oval water polo. The water polo directly wrapped the ghost shark in the old purple, and the huge water polo directly enveloped the two people. Damn, Lao Zi was a little anxious, because he knew that if he continued to be trapped here, he would die of lack of oxygen sooner or later. State 2. Lao Zi directly entered his strongest state now, Flower Fruit Mountain. A large amount of magma erupted directly, and then began to gather. Sweden, water style, infinite shark. Seeing this, the ghost shark directly used the Sweden, water style technique to instantly create thousands of water sharks and attacked Lao Zi. Boom, boom, boom. Thousands of water sharks rushed towards the magma, only to see the magma gathered and then erupted suddenly. Under the control of the ghost shark, it bit towards Lao Zi. Damn, the tailed beast clothes on Lao Zi's body were constantly being bitten. Yoden, lava style, chakra pattern. Yoden, lava style, was wrapped around Lao Zi's beast-shaped body, and then he was gnawing on it. The water sharks that bit old Zi were all scalded instantly. Sweden, water style, big shark bomb. The ghost shark again hand-sealed, and an oversized shark-shaped water bomb hit Lao Zi. Tailed beast bomb. The angry old purple directly condensed a mass of chakra, and then suddenly bombarded the ghost shark's ninjutsu. The ghost shark's pupils also shrank immediately. The shark muscle is fused with the human body. The ghost shark fused directly with the shark muscle, and then disappeared in place in an instant. After merging with the shark muscle, the speed of the ghost shark in the water was instantly incomparable. Tailed beast bomb directly penetrated the technique of the big shark. It was originally able to absorb chakra's ninjutsu, but when it absorbed tailed beast bomb, it was directly burst. The chakra contained in tailed beast bomb is not a big shark at all. The bullet can be absorbed. Tailed beast bomb directly penetrated the ninjutsu, and then continued to move forward. Fortunately, the ghost shark reacted quickly and left the place directly, otherwise, he would definitely be directly hit by the tailed beast bomb, but the current ghost shark is extremely fast, and appeared in front of Lao Zi in an instant, and then hit it with a single blow. In the old purple. Lao Zi didn't react immediately, was hit hard, and then spit out a lot of air. Lao Zi directly punched back, but the ghost shark had long since disappeared. As soon as Laozi missed, the ghost shark appeared next to Laozi again, and then another blow hit Laozi, and Laozi lost a lot of air again. Damn, we can't continue like this. Laozi's consciousness was already a little blurry. He directly gathered all the chakra he could manipulate, and then formed a huge tailed beast bomb that attacked directly below. Do you want to use tailed beast bomb to destroy this water polo? The ghost shark immediately saw the opponent's intention, but he didn't care. His ninjutsu was not so easy to deal with. Boom! Tailed beast bomb hit the ground directly, and then burst out violently. The terrifying power directly tore the big water polo, and then shattered violently. Just when Laozi showed a hopeful expression, the ghost shark appeared in front of him again. Chakra absorption. The ghost shark had recovered his body at this time, and then directly hit Laozi with the shark muscle in his hand. At this time, Laozi no longer had the strength to resist. After all, he still couldn't breathe in the water, so after losing a lot of oxygen and physical strength, he didn't resist and was directly hit by the ghost shark. Phew, phew. The shark muscle greedily absorbed the chakra on Laozi's body. Laozi, who didn't have much resistance in the first place, suddenly fell into a predicament. After the chakra was completely absorbed, he fell into a coma. Pung! After Laozi was in a coma, the ghost shark directly released his muscles, and then Laozi fell directly to the ground. The ghost shark directly lifted Laozi and resisted it on his shoulders. 4 tails are captured. On the other side, when the ghost shark's ninjutsu separated Laozi and Han, Itachi pursued Han directly, came to the other side, and opened the Sharingan. The 3-tomo Sharingan quickly rotated, and then formed Mangekyo. Itachi, use your full power directly. Futon, vapor style, is unparalleled. A lot of steam suddenly appeared from Han's body, and then the whole person appeared in front of Itachi in an instant, and punched Itachi directly. With the support of steam, the speed and strength are suddenly multiplied. Boom! Han's fist hit Itachi. However, Itachi directly turned into a group of crows, scattered, and then appeared on the side. Kaden fire style, great fireball jutsu. A scorching fireball directly toward Han attacked the past. Under the power of the steam, Han disappeared directly on the spot without being hit at all, and then reappeared beside Itachi and punched again. Itachi didn't dodge this time. The Mangekyo Sharingan in his eyes turned quickly, and then when Han's fist came, Mangekyo directly confronted Han. Not good. This thought flashed through Han's mind, and before he could change his attack, he was hit. Tsukuyomi. Mangekyo Sharingan, single strongest demonic illusion. Tsukuyomi hit Han directly. Han's spirit was directly pulled into Tsukuyomi time, and then began to suffer. It only took a second for the outside world to pass, and Han took a step back and spat out a large mouthful of blood. You must know that in the Tsukuyomi world, he was tortured for a full 72 hours. Kaden fire style, Yuhi. Itachi spit out flames from his mouth and attacked Han in all directions, without giving Han a chance to breathe. Damn! Han stood up with difficulty. Futon vapor style, steam shock. A steam erupted directly from Han's body, and then blew towards the flames that Itachi sent. Under the action of the powerful steam, the flame was directly blown away by the steam. However, there was still a shuriken inside, and continued to attack Han. Unexpectedly, Han, who still contained an attack, was immediately stabbed by the shuriken. The body was hit, and the injury was even more injured. Itachi's expression remained unchanged, and he didn't waste any time. He continued the hand seal in his hand, Kaden fire style, fireball technique. A large group of fireballs continued to attack Han. When Han saw this, he directly endured the injury on his body and quickly evaded to one side. However, at this time, ask for support. Chapter 727th Seal. Just as Han was dodging, Itachi put a hand seal in his hand, blast. With Itachi's order, the flaming ball exploded directly. Due to the injury, Han did not have the same speed as before, so he was directly affected by the exploding fireball. #_. Boom! With the explosion of the fireball, Han was directly thrown out and fell to the ground in the distance. Itachi didn't rush over because he knew that the other party hadn't lost his resistance yet. Sharingan directly held the other party without saying a word. Seeing this, Han also knew that he was not attracted to the opponent, so he stood up directly, but at this time, his heart had completely sunk, because he knew that he was not the opponent's opponent. There is no injury on his body, and he is already scarred. He has no more powerful strength. He can't master the power of the tailed beast. He can only use the power of Futen, vapor style, slightly, even tailed beast. Bomb can't be used. However, Han still did not give up, because he knew that if he gave up, then there would only be a dead end. Han flashed the idea of liberating the tailed beast. At least, this method still has hope of survival. Thinking of this, Han's eyes flashed. A bit of determination. Han quickly hand seal with both hands, tail beast. With Han's shouting, the whole person was immediately engulfed by chakra, and then Han disappeared in place, and a huge rhinoceros appeared in front of Itachi. 5 tails, the real 5 tails. However, the appearance of Wu Wei did not make Itachi panic in the slightest. Itachi still had a calm expression on his face, and did not take Wu Wei in his eyes at all. For him, Wu Wei was just a huge target. Roar! Wu Wei roared, and then held the small Itachi in front of him, but it sensed a hint of danger, and believed that Wu Wei, who was feeling it, immediately became alert. As soon as Itachi made any movement, it would immediately disappear. In situ. Itachi's Mangekyo Sharingan began to turn, and the faster it turned, the more dangerous Wu Wei felt. At this moment, Itachi's eyes shrank suddenly. Amaterasu. A powerful black flame appeared directly on Wu Wei's body, and then began to burn. Roar! Wu Wei screamed directly, and the whole body spurted steam, intending to block the black flames. However, the black Amaterasu, like the gangrene attached to the bones, could not be exorcised. On fire. The 5 tails kept rolling on the ground, and even ran into the water, but there was still no way to expel the Amaterasu flame. The 5 tails morning gradually weakened until it disappeared without a trace, and finally became silent. Itachi saw this and retracted himself. The flame of Amaterasu, after all, the human Jinchuriki column force cannot die, otherwise, the tailed beast will also die. After taking back Amaterasu, Wu Wei had already returned to Han's body, and Han had already passed out. Itachi saw this, walked forward, closed Sharingan, grabbed Han with one hand, and walked towards the ghost shark and Sasori there. 5 tails are captured. At this time, Oni Shark and Itachi have both resolved the battle, and after meeting with Sasori, go back. Sasori said, and then walked directly towards Akatsuki's base. Up to now, from Erway to Nanway, all the tailed beasts have been captured. As long as they return to Akatsuki, the recovery of the tailed beast can begin. Akatsuki has already obtained one to Nanway. Tianyu and Konan went back to Akatsuki at the fastest speed, and brought back the 6-tailed Jinchuriki column force. At this time, a huge shadow shrouded in here, and when they looked up, they saw that it was Deidara's belt. Back here with Sanway. Pung! The huge 3 tails fell directly to the ground, and then Deidara jumped down. Has that bastard Hidan come back? Deidara asked anxiously after seeing Tianyu. Tianyu was speechless, didn't expect Deidara to come back so soon, just for such a thing, and suddenly he didn't have a good air. Don't worry. No one has come back except me. Ha 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 ha, that's good. Deidara immediately became excited. No, I'm going to wait here for that bastard Hidan to come back. Deidara immediately stood at the door of Akatsuki, and Sanway was already covered by his clay phylong was brought into the base. Tianyu ignored Deidara and left here. Soon, Afei brought Erway, Guisha and the others returned with Siwei and Wu Wei. After a while, 2 figures appeared in the distance. It was Hidan and Kakuzu. Come on, Uncle Kakuzu. Otherwise, if that bastard from Deidara came back early, how would he kill me? Hidan said anxiously. If you're in a hurry, go by yourself. Kakuzu ignored Hidan at all. Okay. Hidan took Naneo's Jinchuriki column force and ran towards the base quickly. However, When he came to the base, he saw Deidara. That bastard was standing at Akatsuki's door, and Deidara had seen Hidan. Ha 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 ha, little brother Hidan, hurry up and call eldest brother. Deidara directly shouted excitedly. Damn, Hidan had a bitter look on his face, but let him call him big brother Deidara. How could this be possible? So Hidan just acted as a rogue, humph. Hidan snorted coldly, and walked directly into the base, ignoring Deidara. Deidara was a little embarrassed, and then she reacted, damn, Hidan, you bastard, you are so shameless. Deidara scolded. Akatsuki base, all the members have returned here. Nagato saw this, and came over. Okay, since the one tail to the 7 tails have been captured, then start to seal the tail beast now. I'll use the magic dragon 9. The art of sealing. Hearing Nagato's words, everyone started hand seal in their hands, and then used ninjutsu to absorb the chakra of a tail from a scroll, and the chakra of the tail beast, which was input through the chakra input of everyone, and absorbed. In Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, Tianyu used a wooden avatar and stayed here, and he had already obtained the core chakra of Nanao. With the existence of wooden clones, no one can see that Tianyu is just a clone left here. After obtaining the core chakra of the 7-tailed beasts, Tianyu also left here and returned to a Megakure village. I said, boss, in this case, when will we seal the seal before it can end? Hidan couldn't take it anymore and asked. Chapter 728 Encounter Snake. After hearing Hidan's words, the other people also looked at Nagato. After all, it was obviously uncomfortable for them to stay here for a long time without moving. Nagato looked at the speed. At this speed, the 7-tailed beasts can be sealed in about 7 days. Nagato said. It's taking so long. Deidara couldn't take it anymore. If your chakra outputs a lot, then this time can be shortened. Nagato said. After hearing Nagato's words, everyone felt helpless. Although they could output chakra quickly, how could they persist for 7 days? But after seeing Tianyu's chakra, everyone was speechless again, because Tianyu's chakra was more than Ghost Shark's. They didn't know that it was precisely because Tianyu's powerful chakra erupted and the tailed beasts lost part of their origin that they could seal the seal in just 7 days. Otherwise, at least it would be the same as the original. It takes only 3 days for a single-tailed beast, and 21 days for 7-tailed beasts to complete the seal. At this time, the ninja world was a little chaotic, especially the 2 villages of Kumogakure and 2 ninja, because at this time, they had also discovered that their tailed beasts had disappeared. You must know that this is a major event, although Intaki Ninja Village also lost the tail beast, but their strength is too weak, so no one cares about them. Kurigakure Village is because the 3 tails and 6 tails are not in their hands, so the tailed beast is lost, and it has little impact on them, so Kurigakure Village has nothing to do and continues to be peaceful. Kumogakure Village, Raikage's office, Pung. The desk was directly smashed by Raikage. Hasn't Yugito been found yet? Raikage said angrily. Lord Raikage, although we have found traces of the battle, there is no trace of Yugito-sama at all, and the clues have been interrupted here. Kumogakure reported. Damn, keep looking for me, Raikage said angrily, knowing that this is our way, not some kind of cat or dog. It is very important to Kumogakure Village, after all, it means a cage-level powerhouse. Yes. Kumogakure left here directly. Iwagakure Village, Tsuchikage office, so, Laozi and Han, plus Anbu, have all of them disappeared. And in the same place, their blood was found, and a lot of water. Onoki said. Yes, Lord Tsuchikage, said Iwagakure. Yeah, I see, keep looking, but keep quiet, said Onoki. Yes, Iwagakure left. Could it be the village of Kurigakure? Onoki guessed. It's very unlikely, so it's Konoha. Onoki kept guessing about the possible candidates. Although the tailed beast was lost, the major villages searched in secret, so it was not discovered by other people or forces. The village that lost the tailed beast was also a little embarrassed. After all, the tailed beast was lost in its own village. At this time, Tianyu had already returned to a Megakure village, and then continued to deal with various things. It is worth mentioning that because the people of Sunagakure village were all integrated into a Megakure village, Gaara and the others also became a Megakure, especially Gaara, who was originally extremely talented, has now become a powerhouse at the pinnacle of Quasi-Shadow, becoming the elite Jonin of a Megakure village. Konoha village, under the governance of Tsunade, Konoha village has also recovered a lot of power, and because of Danzo's weakness, most of the power of Konoha village is now controlled by Tsunade, although there is no Naruto and Sakura. The two got the news about Orochimaru from Sasori, but now they still get the news about Orochimaru and Sasuke, Tenjibashi. So, instead of Kakashi's Captain Yamato, with Naruto, Sakura and Saoi, they headed directly to Tiandi Bridge, wanting to get information about Orochimaru and Sasuke, or, if possible, bring back Sasuke directly. A line people set off. Tiandi Bridge, after rushing through the road, a group of 4 came here. Here, they have entered the base of Orochimaru. Let's go here. Next, we will see Sai's. Yamato said, and then looked towards Sai. Leave it to me, said nodded. Super animal pseudo-painted mice. Said directly drew a large number of mice, and then they emerged densely and scattered around to inquire about Orochimaru's base information. However, they underestimated Orochimaru. Kabuto, it looks like a mouse has entered our area. Orochimaru said suddenly. Don't worry, Orochimaru-sama, leave this to me, Kabuto said, adjusting his glasses. Let's see who the hell is. Orochimaru continued to experiment. Kabuto went out, and after a while, he came back and brought back relevant information. Sir Orochimaru, it was the people from Konoha who found this place, and one of them was Jinchuriki Column Force from Kyuubi, 9 Tails. Said Kabuto. Oh, it's them. Orochimaru became interested. Let me meet them in person. Kabuto, do you want to go together? Of course, I also want to see how the kid in the past has reached now. Kabuto also smiled. Orochimaru and Kabuto walked directly to the outside of the base, but they didn't notice that after the two of them left, a person in the dark suddenly opened his eyes, and in his eyes, Tomo was turning quickly. At this time, Naruto and the others were resting when suddenly, the 4 of them stood up directly, and then looked into the distance, where they saw Orochimaru and Kabuto appeared and stared at them. Orochimaru. All 4 of them became serious at the name. Where is Sasuke? Naruto urgently appeared in front of Orochimaru and asked anxiously. Sasuke. Orochimaru smiled. I don't know. It's like an experimental material. If it's useless, it has no value, so I don't know where it was thrown by me, maybe in a garbage disposal plant. Damn. After Naruto heard Orochimaru's words, he immediately lowered his head, unforgivable. Naruto roared angrily, then opened his fox eyes and looked at Orochimaru. All over his body, Kyuubi, 9 Tails, chakra emerged. Oh, you can't be stimulated so much. The tailed animal clothes broke out directly. Orochimaru looked at Naruto with interest. Let me see your strength, right? After hearing Orochimaru's words, Kabuto stepped back, because he knew that with his current strength, he couldn't stay here. Chapter 729 Escape. After seeing Kabuto retreat, Yamato, Sakura and Sai also retreated directly, and at this time, a tail had appeared on Naruto's body. Miscellaneous approximately equal the image G approximately equal the image. Boom. The battle broke out directly. Orochimaru and Naruto fought together in an instant, and they fought hard. The current Orochimaru, whose strength is still at its peak, with the blessing of Sharingan, directly hangs Naruto, and the angry Naruto immediately lost his mind under the interference of Kyuubi, 9 Tails chakra. The second tail, the third tail, and the fourth tail. At this time, the appearance of Naruto was completely invisible, and the whole body was wrapped in Kyuubi, 9 Tails chakra, and then he fought with Orochimaru again. When Orochimaru and Naruto were fighting, inside the base, Sasuke directly broke through the culture tank, then walked out, and then found a set of clothes to put on. Silently, after finding the weapon, Sasuke planned to leave here. For the past 3 years, he has been in hell, because Orochimaru didn't plan to train him. He was just used as an experimental material, so he has been living a dark life, and he has not undergone cultivation, although with age with growth, his strength has reached the level of Jonin, but he is only a Jonin of the lowest level, which is a shame for Sasuke. Orochimaru, I'll never let you go. Sasuke bit Kiba and gnashed his teeth, then left the base directly. After leaving the base, Sasuke saw the sunlight he hadn't seen for a long time, and then he saw the distant sun. War that took place. There, Orochimaru and the four-tailed Naruto launched a fierce battle. The battle between the two has destroyed a large area, but the battle is not over yet, it is still going on. Seeing this, Sasuke knew that now was the best chance for him to escape from here. Now he also knew clearly that he was not Orochimaru's opponent. After all, Orochimaru was terrifying. He clearly knew that now is not the time for revenge. So Sasuke chose to leave without hesitation. Orochimaru is still fighting with Naruto, who turned into a tailed beast. Although 4 tails broke out, Naruto is still not Orochimaru's opponent. Orochimaru is still at ease. Of course, he still doesn't know Sasuke's escape, but even if he knows, it is estimated that Orochimaru doesn't matter, because Sasuke has no value unless the other party opens Mangekyo Sharingan. Seeing that he was not yet the opponent's opponent, and thinking that he could not bring Sasuke back this time, Naruto's last sense of reason collapsed in an instant, and then his body immediately showed signs of further tail beast transformation, and the 5th tail had trend. Orochimaru had no plans to continue the fight. After all, he didn't need Kyuubi, 9 tails, to do anything, so Orochimaru chose to leave. Beside him, let's go. The two left here immediately. After seeing Orochimaru leave, Yamato shot directly, stretched out a large amount of wood in his hand, and then trapped Naruto. At the same time, he also used the necklace given by Tsunade to suppress it. Because Orochimaru left, there is no target. After that, Naruto's sanity suddenly recovered a little, and then with Yamato's help, he completely recovered, suppressing Kyuubi's 9 tails chakra. Sakura saw this and walked over directly, and then dealing with Naruto's injuries. At this time, Orochimaru and Kabuto returned to the base, and immediately saw the slight change in the base. Although it was very small, it was easy for the two of them to find out. It seems that a little mouse escaped. Huh, Orochimaru played with the taste. A mouse, it's always a mouse. Kabuto adjusted his glasses and smiled. That's right, let's go. Take care of the necessary things, and then leave here, this base is useless. Orochimaru said, and the two walked in directly. After dealing with the things to be taken away, Orochimaru and Kabuto left here directly. After a while, Naruto, Yamato, Sakura and Sai came to the entrance of the base. It should be here, Orochimaru's base, Yamato said. Then what are you waiting for? Just go in. Naruto said loudly, not afraid of Orochimaru at all, or if there were any traps. Idiot, Sakura punched Naruto directly, what if there are some traps? Let me investigate the situation. Said, Super Beast pseudo-painted mice. Said once again depicted a large number of mice, and then walked directly into the base. After a while, the mouse came back, and Yamato was also sure that there was no danger here, the other party has given up here. Said. So Sasuke isn't here anymore. Naruto was a little sad, and Sakura had the same expression. Although there was no news of Sasuke, the four still entered the base, trying to find any valuable news. However, there was nothing here. Naruto and the others could only be disappointed and return to Konoha village. Akatsuki base, as the last trace of chakra was absorbed by Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, the corpse of Nantai Jinchuriki column force also fell to the ground, meaning that this seal was completely completed. Ah, it's finally over, Deidara yelled. That's right, I'm so tired, I want to rest for a few days. Hidan also said. Don't worry, after sealing the 7-tailed beasts, you don't need to do anything to the remaining 2-tailed beasts for the time being. You can take a good rest and continue to capture the tailed beasts. Nagato said. That's the best. Everyone was tired. After all, they were outputting chakra uninterrupted for 7 consecutive days. Even if everyone was a cage-level powerhouse, they were exhausted. Then let's go separately, Nagato said, and then everyone dispersed directly. In a place in the fire country near the fire temple, 4 people gathered together in secret. It can already be confirmed that the pseudo-Kyubi, Nine-Tails Jinchuriki column force that we created is in the fire temple. Talk to the horse. Really? So what are you going to do now? Bufeng asked. Get him. Then attack Konoha, and then use that ninjutsu to directly destroy the Konoha village. Hima said coldly. With just a few of us, can we really destroy Konoha village? Fudo asked suspiciously. Don't worry, I also know that ninjutsu. As long as the 4 of them join forces, it is definitely a ninjutsu that destroys the world, so it can be completely successful. Bu Yuan said after hearing it. Chapter 730 Pseudo-Kyubi, Nine-Tails. Then it's decided, first attack the Temple of Fire and get the power of that fake Jinchuriki column. Kazuma decided. NNS. Yes. Bufeng, Motionless, and Buyuan all responded. Then, the 4 of them rushed directly to the Temple of Fire. Because they had done intelligence work on the Temple of Fire in advance, and Kazuma's understanding of the Temple of Fire, the 4 of them broke through directly, and then headed towards Sora's place. The place lurks in the past. Death. The monks of the Temple of Fire who met on the road were all assassinated by them, and then the 4 of them appeared outside the empty room. I'm going in. Be alert, Hima said, and then lurked in. After walking in, he found that Sora had fallen asleep. Looking at Sora, he also missed Kazuma, but he immediately hid his expression. Obviously, for him, his plan was more effective. Sora was more effective for him. After all, it's just a tool. Kazuma walked straight forward. At this time, Sora also woke up a little. After opening his confused eyes, he saw a figure standing in front of him in a daze. At this moment, Kazuma stepped forward instantly. Kong was knocked unconscious directly, and Kong had no resistance at all, so he was knocked out, and then was taken away by Hima. Let's go. Got it. Get out of here, Hima said. Yes. The 4 of them immediately left, leaving behind only the dozens of corpses that were killed. Early the next morning, the body of the deceased was found. Not good. Master Delu. A monk appeared directly in front of Delu and said anxiously. What happened? Delu still didn't know what happened. Someone sneaked in last night and killed dozens of us monks, and the empty space was gone. The monk said. What? Delu stood up in shock. Hurry up and take me. Directly under the leadership of the monk, Delu saw the monk's body, then came to the empty room and saw no one. There is no trace of battle at all. It seems that the opponent's strength is very powerful. Delu guessed. Tell Konoha village about what's going on here immediately, and ask for their support. Delu said. He knew that this kind of thing was not something that a fire temple could handle, so he had to seek Konoha's help. Yes. Immediately, a monk went to contact Konoha village. Konoha village, Hokage office. Tsunade was working. Just at this moment, Shizune suddenly walked in. No, Tsunade-sama, something happened to the fire temple. Temple of Fire. Tsunade raised his head. What's up with the Temple of Fire? Then there's nothing important. Tsunade asked curiously. The Temple of Fire sent a message that they were attacked last night. The strength of the other party should be very strong. They didn't find out at all, and a boy named Sora from the Temple of Fire was also kidnapped by the other party. Shizune said. You mean kidnapped, not killed. Tsunade heard the point. Yes, the body of the other party was not found, and no blood was left, so after confirmation, it was kidnapped. Shizune said. Is there any difference in that Sora? It seems that the other party is coming for that Sora. Tsunade said. This is uncertain. I'm afraid only Delu knows. Shizune said. 12 Guardian Ninjas. Tsunade said the name, then thought for a moment. Let Asuma come here. Yes. Shizune understood, and went to inform Asuma. After a while, Asuma came here. I heard that something happened to the Temple of Fire. Lord Hokage, Asuma asked anxiously just after arriving. That's right, let's take a look at the specifics. Tsunade gave Asuma the information. Asuma took it over and looked at it, and then he was a little heavy. It seems that there is something wrong with this boy named Sora. Asuma said. That's right, so I'm going to let you go to the Temple of Fire and check it out in detail. Tsunade said. Okay, leave it to me. Asuma didn't refuse. After all, Delu was considered his friend. Well, that's right. Tsunade suddenly thought of something. Naruto, come with you too. Just teach him futon wind style. Okay. Asuma also knew Naruto's identity, so he didn't refuse, and Asuma left here directly. The Temple of Fire. After the journey, Asuma brought his team and Naruto here. On this journey, Asuma also taught Naruto about the cultivation method of futon wind style nature transformation. Long time no see, Delu. After arriving at the Temple of Fire, Asuma found Delu. It's been a long time indeed. After seeing Asuma, Delu was also very happy. It's urgent, so tell me what happened. Asuma said. Okay. Delu didn't refuse, and then told Asuma about the specific situation, and most importantly, in the past few days, it has been found that many people's bodies have been taken away. Including a few of them. Quote. How could such a thing happen? Asuma's face was obviously heavy, and then he suddenly remembered something. By the way, what the hell is going on with that Sora? Delu had some doubts, but in the end he chose to tell Asuma, that young man named Sora has a powerful force in his body, but it doesn't belong to him. He was forcibly sealed away. It's been 15 years, and at the same time, I also found that that power is very familiar. Familiar power? Asuma wondered. That's right. Delu nodded and said, you know that Kyuubi, Nine Tails, was sealed in the Matsuri Altar of Fire, right? That's right. Asuma obviously knew about it. Is it related to this? I discovered that the power within Sora's body is Kyuubi's, Nine Tails, chakra. Delu said with a heavy expression. What? Asuma was shocked. Are you sure? You know this is a very serious matter. Yes, I'm sure that Kyuubi, Nine Tails, chakra was sealed in Sora's body, and the amount is quite large. It can even form a tailed beast clothing. It is estimated that there are 4 tails. Delu said. If this is the case, then it will be difficult, and we must talk to the village. Asuma said. Of course. Delu expressed understanding. Okay, I see, I'll send a message to the village right away. Asuma said. Soon, Konoha village received information from Asuma, a boy with Kyuubi, Nine Tails power. Sora. After seeing this information, Tsunade felt an undercurrent coming. Please subscribe. Chapter 731. The Battle of Kyuubi, Nine Tails. Tsunade got the news. He directly dispatched a large number of ninjas, went out to inquire about the information about Sora, and finally confirmed the direction of the other party. Shi. In a Megakure village, Tianyu is also ready to prepare in advance. Naruto is a Jinchuriki column force from Kyuubi, Nine Tails, but it is not that simple to get Kyuubi, Nine Tails, not to mention his identity, so you have to be prepared in advance. It seems that you have to find that replacement. Tianyu also remembered the boy named Sora. Tianyu left a Megakure village directly, and then went to the Fire Temple in the Fire Country. Go. At this time, Naruto and the others also found Sora, but they didn't find the person who captured Sora, and Asuma took Sora directly back to Konoha village. Sora temporarily lived in Konoha village, and at the same time, he also met Naruto. Konoha village, Heima and Bufeng stood at a high place. How is it? Are you all ready? Heima asked. It's ready. It's time to act. Your lord, Bufeng said respectfully. Then let's start. Heima finished speaking, and he started a quick hand seal in his hand. Doden earth style creates the soil of the dead. Following Hima's hand seal, I saw in a piece of soil in front of him. Immediately, countless corpses stood up densely. Attack me. Destroy Konoha, Kazuma said frantically. Following Kazuma's order, all the corpses began to attack Konoha village crookedly. Looking at the dead corpse attacking the past Konoha village, Kazuma suddenly showed a crazy smile. The Jade of the Land of Fire, there is only one. Now, it is time to liberate the pseudo-Kyuubi, Nine Tails, and give them the final blow. Hima went completely mad. Is that him? One of the 12 guardians. Tianyu had already arrived at Konoha village at this time, and he saw Kazuma's movements directly, but he's really cruel. Even his own son is ruthless. Got it. Tianyu also admired Kazuma. At this time, the resurrected corpse formed by the ninjutsu of the dead soil also came to the outside of Konoha village. At this time, the people of Konoha village also discovered the situation here, and then a large number of Konoha ninjas gathered and began to kill these corpses. What the hell are these things? A Konoha ninja asked strangely, but he was not slow in his hand, and killed a dead body directly. I don't know, it feels like a dead body, said another Konoha ninja. Although the strength is very poor, but this number is a bit large. The Konoha ninja killed one after another, but a steady stream of corpses appeared, and then went towards the Konoha village. Block these things, all shouted, and then began to resist. It's not the way to go on like this. We have to deal with the person behind. The Hyuga clan, I'll leave it to you. Tsunade had already come here at this time, and immediately saw the key to the matter. Yes. Immediately, there were ninjas from the Hyuga clan, and they began to investigate the surrounding situation. Found it. After a while, after dozens of ninjas from the Hyuga clan took action, they finally found Kazuma and others behind. Asuma, the people behind will be handed over to you. Tsunade saw this and ordered directly. Yes. Asuma nodded in understanding, because now he has also confirmed that the person who attacked Konoha was his original companion, so he also intends to make a personal understanding. Asuma took some people directly to look for Heima, and at this time, Sora also took the opportunity to leave here and headed towards Heima as well. However, Naruto, who was always paying attention to Sora, noticed Sora's actions, and then followed without hesitation. Sora didn't notice the Naruto behind him, and went straight to Kazuma, who had already met Asuma. Fought. Ping. With a collision, the two of them stepped back, and then Ma and Ma also saw Sora approaching, and suddenly their eyes lit up. You're finally here, and I'm still going to find you. Why? Why? Sora asked Kazuma. There's no reason, it's for you. Heima said, so, just let me out. Kazuma took advantage of Asuma's inattention and came to Kong. Break it out for me. Heima a chakra hit the sky directly. Not good. Asuma immediately felt bad and wanted to stop Kazuma, but it was too late. I saw Sora suddenly became sluggish, and then his eyes lost the spirit, a tear fell, and the eyes suddenly lost their spirits, and then Sora's spirit fluctuated and lost his mind. Kyuubi, Nine Tails, chakra began erosion and eruption. Boom. The fire Yuhi-colored chakra immediately enveloped Kong, and then the color became darker and darker. A large number of chakras gathered outside Kong's body, forming a chakra garment, which was the tail beast garment. At the same time, a tail started to form, and it didn't stop, the tail was still forming. Oops. After seeing this scene, Asuma also knew that the situation was not good, and wanted to stop Sora, but there was Kazuma standing in front of him, making him unable to act at all. Sora. Naruto looked at Sora's movements and immediately knew that Sora was the same person as himself. Although he didn't know why the other party also had Kyuubi, Nine Tails chakra on his body, at this moment, Naruto felt the feeling of being a partner, and immediately became a lot closer to Sora. I want to save him. This thought flashed through Naruto's mind, and he acted without hesitation. Naruto came directly in front of Sora, then grabbed Sora with both hands. Sora, wake up quickly. Don't be controlled by Kyuubi, Nine Tails chakra. Naruto shouted. However, Sora was lost at this time. At the same time, with the contact of Naruto, the chakra of Kyuubi, Nine Tails also appeared on Naruto. Have you been assimilated? Looking at the chakra that appeared on Naruto's body, Asuma also knew that the situation was not good. If the two lost their minds at the same time, then it is very likely to rehearse the Kyuubi 9 tails incident. Asuma anxious. Because of the contact with Naruto, the chakra on Sora suddenly burst out again, the tail formed the next day, and at the same time, the third tail also began to form rapidly. Naruto's shouting had no effect at all. At the same time, Sora also moved and attacked Naruto. Have you lost your mind? Naruto dodged Sora's attack and immediately knew that Sora had lost his mind. Then I can only wake you up. Sora. Naruto immediately made a decision. Ask for support. Chapter 730 Second Shot. Naruto and Sora fought together immediately, and Sora had more and more tails on his body, and gradually increased to 4 tails, but it was almost there. The Kyuubi 9 tails chakra on Sora's body was not enough for him. Continued to add tails. 4 tails also appeared on Naruto's body. 2 little Kyuubi 9 tails with 4 tails fought, and the surrounding area was directly destroyed by a lot. Asuma also fought with Kazuma and wanted to solve each other quickly. Konoha Village. With the arrival of the Konoha ninjas, the corpses that appeared immediately could not affect the Konoha village, and were all resisted outside the Konoha village. However, just when the Konoha people breathed a sigh of relief, the sky suddenly flashed. A bolt of lightning. Just when the people of Konoha didn't know why, the thunder and lightning gathered. A thunderbolt appeared from one corner of Konoha, and a thunderbolt appeared on the other side. The thunderbolts joined together in the middle of the Konoha village, and then formed a huge thunderball. The people of Konoha immediately saw this scene. This is Raiden Thunder Style, right? A Raiden Thunder Style ninja immediately recognized the name of this ninjutsu. That's right, it's this ninjutsu. Another ninja also recognized this ninjutsu. Tsunade also saw this situation. The other 2 corners of Jonin's past cannot be connected to each other. You all know the power of this ninjutsu. Tsunade said solemnly. Yes. Jonin immediately left here and headed for those 2 places. On the other side, the battle between Naruto and Sora was already in full swing. Tianyu was watching in secret and had no plans to take action. Between Asuma and Kazuma has reached its peak. Go to hell. Asuma. 4-blade iron claws. Kazuma rushed directly in front of Asuma, and then attacked directly at Asuma. Wolf Kiba smashes the cone. Asuma was also not to be outdone, and directly fought against Hema. The Feian in his hand hit Hema's attack with one blow, and then collided with each other, followed by another combo. Ping, ping, ping. The 2 sides fought against each other for several times in an instant, and no one chose to retreat. However, Asuma was still superior. After one blow broke Kazuma's weapon, Asuma's remaining move was to directly attack in the heart of the horse. Tear. Hema's heart was directly torn apart, and the powerful futon wind-style nature transformation directly ripped through Hema's heart. This time, he really died. Come on, Asuma said, looking at the dead Hema. At this time, Naruto finally stopped Sora's riot, and then Naruto directly seized the opportunity and knocked Sora unconscious with one punch. Sora immediately lost consciousness, and then passed out. Asuma saw this and immediately he walked over, and then 5 fingers surface chakra, 5 elements seal. Asuma directly sealed the empty Kyuubi 9 tails chakra. After there was no Hema, Bufang and the other 3 also died one after another. At this point, the ninjutsu of Limung Laren was directly disintegrated, and Konoha village regained peace again, but Tianyu did not plan to do it at this time, and was going to return in the air. After arriving at the Temple of Fire, he started to capture Sora. With Kazuma's death, this incident finally came to an end. Sora finally regained his consciousness, and then he continued to plan to return to the Temple of Fire to practice cultivation. Although Danzo did not plan to give up such a fake Jinchuriki column power, but with Tsunade's suppression, Danzo can only give up this plan. However, on the surface, he gave up on the air shot, but in secret, how could Danzo give up such a combat power? Pseudo Kyuubi 9 tails. Exactly, my root strength is too bad now, I have to get it. Strong combat power is enough. Danzo was ready to attack the air, using his few strengths. Someone, Danzo said solemnly. Lord Danzo. A team of 5 root ninjas appeared in front of Danzo. This was already the most powerful force in Danzo's hands. All 5 were Jonin. Yeah, go and bring back that boy named Sora. Got it, Danzo said. Yes, Lord Danzo. The 5 of them left without the slightest hesitation and went to Jia Shakong. After getting this pseudo-Kyuubi, 9 tails, I'll be able to accumulate strength again and become Hokage. Danzo's eyes were fiery. Although Tianyu destroyed his roots, Danzo still had no desire for Hokage. Change. Konoha village. Naruto reluctantly sent Sora away. Sora headed towards the Temple of Fire, without encountering any danger along the way, and when he was about to reach the Temple of Fire, Tianyu was ready to start. Sora, who was on his way, suddenly saw a figure appearing in front of him. The other party was wearing a bamboo hat and a windbreaker with a fiery Yuhi color and auspicious clouds, standing directly in front of him. Sora felt an unusual breath. Being alert, it is worth mentioning that the 5-element seal on Kong's body has been undone. Come with me, Tianyu said, looking at Sora. I won't just go with others. Sora directly refused. Really, I'm sorry then, Tianyu said apologetically, then appeared in front of Sora in an instant, armed fist. Wrapped armament hockey, S-fist and directly hit Sora's abdomen. Pung! Sora directly bent down because of the pain. Sora couldn't even resist because of the severe pain. Just when Tianyu was about to hit Sora again, an attack from a distance came directly at Tianyu. Come and kill Senju. A fist formed by chakra hit Tianyu directly. Tianyu jumped directly and avoided the past, and then looked at the person who came. It was the host of the Temple of Fire, Dalu. Dalu came directly to Kong. How is it? Are you alright? Dalu asked with concern. It's okay, Sora said with an ugly face. It's fine. I was going to pick you up, but I didn't expect to encounter an enemy. Dalu said, looking at Tianyu. Tianyu seemed to feel something. Is there someone here again? It still feels familiar. After Tianyu finished speaking, 5 Anbu ninjas appeared directly here, surrounding Sora and the ground. Lu 2 people. There are other people. Dalu also had an ugly expression. Although he was very confident in his own strength, he also had an ugly expression after seeing the enemies appear one after another. The target is confirmed, the others, kill. A root ninja said, and then the others immediately divided into 2 teams, killing the land and Tianyu respectively. Chapter 733, The Death of Dalu. Come and kill Senju. Dalu used his proud technique again. The fists formed by 2 chakras directly hit the 2 unsuspecting root ninjas, and then the opponent was directly knocked out. Intersection Psi-Psi-S intersection. At the same time, 2 more root ninjas came towards Tianyu. So it's Danzo's man. Tianyu found out that the other party was Danzo's man. It seems that Danzo's strength has recovered very quickly. Looking at these 5 Jonin, Tianyu thought. Kaden, fire style, great fireball jutsu. Futon, wind style, hurricane art. 1 fire and 1 wind, the combined ninjutsu was sent directly from the hands of the 2 root ninjas and hit Tianyu. Sweden, water style, water formation pillar. Tianyu saw this, quickly hand seal in his hand, and then a huge Jinchuriki column of water slammed directly into the flames. Boom! The huge water Jinchuriki column directly extinguished the flame, and then attacked the 2 people at the root with unabated power. Disperse. Seeing the water Jinchuriki column attacking towards them, the 2 of them used the blinking technique without hesitation and avoided the past. However, just as they started to dodge, Tianyu also moved. Tianyu appeared directly in front of a ninja with a powerful speed, and then the short knife in his hand directly covered armament hockey and gently slashed the opponent's throat. How is it possible? This root ninja couldn't believe such a thing. He was killed in seconds. You must know that he is Jonin. I don't know where it is. With such confusion, this root ninja fell into the death middle. After killing the opponent with 1 blow, Tianyu did not stop, and continued to come to another root ninja, and then continued to attack the opponent, the knife in his hand stabbed directly into the opponent's chest. However, the man reacted and immediately started to hold the hand seal. However, Tianyu did not give him such a chance, and he was shocked by a conqueror haki. The root ninja immediately stood still and was directly killed by Tianyu. When Tianyu killed the 2 root ninjas, the 3 root ninjas on the other side were also fighting with the land. However, although the power of the land's ninja may not be large, the effect is very powerful. The ninja couldn't get close to the land at all, and was being knocked out all the time. Although they knew that this mission might be about to fail, the 3 of them still did not choose to retreat. They came from the root and were completely mission-centric, regardless of their own lives. If I continue like this, I won't keep my hands, Di Lu said coldly. However, these root ninjas did not stop at all, and attacked the land at all costs. Seeing this, Di Lu also knew that the other party was the kind of dead man who would not give up the mission, so Di Lu was not ready to keep his hand. Come and kill Senju. Claw immediately formed a huge fist and directly hit the root ninja one after another. Defense. One person shouted immediately, however, his defense was directly shattered by a few punches, and then the remaining fists directly hit their hearts, with a sound of pff. The hearts of the 3 of them all were shattered by Di Lu, and after the heart was broken, the 3 fell directly to the ground and died. After killing the 3 root ninjas, Di Lu looked directly at Tianyu. Since you're still here, then pick me up. Come and kill Senju. To Tianyu. Boring tricks. Tianyu looked at Di Lu's tricks with disdain, with a quick hand seal in his hand, Kaden fire style, majestic destroyer flame, great fire annihilation. In an instant, a large group of flames spit out directly from Tianyu's mouth, and then attacked the land. After seeing Tianyu's ninjutsu, Di Lu's expression changed instantly. After shattering the flames in front of him without hesitation, Di Lu directly pulled Kong and backed away. Lu kept attacking to resist the erosion of the flames. After throwing a lot of punches, Di Lu finally resisted Tianyu's Kaden fire style attack, and then heaved a sigh of relief. Have you resisted it? Not bad. Tianyu also exclaimed after seeing Di Lu resisting his ninjutsu move. However, there is still this move. Kaden fire style, dragon flame release song jutsu. Tianyu's 6 huge fire dragons spit out directly from his mouth, and then under Tianyu's control, they attacked the land. The moment he saw the fire dragon escape, Di Lu's face changed greatly, but he still cheered up. Kong, if you have a chance, just escape from here. Di Lu said to Kong behind him. Master Di Lu. Sora looked at Di Lu, but did not intend to listen to Di Lu's words. I can fight too. Sora immediately wanted to free the chakra in his body and defeat the opponent. Come and kill Senju. Di Lu called up chakra again, then punched and attacked the approaching fire dragon. Boom! Di Lu's fist blew up a fire dragon. However, the remaining 5 fire dragons, under Tianyu's control, all dodged, and then landed and attacked from all directions. Come and kill Senju. Di Lu used this move again. After all, it was only a monk, not a ninja, so Di Lu only had this move. It used to be both offensive and defensive, but when facing Tianyu, it was not too big at all. Effect. The chakra fist broke out again, hitting the fire dragon, and the 2 fire dragons were directly smashed. At this moment, Sora jumped up. His body was already wrapped in the tailed animal coat, so Sora directly called QB, 9 tails. He took 2 fire dragons hard, and the remaining fire dragon hit the land directly. Boom! Di Lu was directly hit by the fire dragon, and then screamed. Although he didn't die directly, the condition of Di Lu was also very bad. He was burned all over his body, and he basically lost his strength to resist. Master Earth. Sora let out a mournful cry, but further tailed beasts turned into 3 tails. At this time, Di Lu was speechless. Tianyu dodged, came to Di Lu, and then directly dealt with Di Lu, giving him relief. Di Lu's head tilted, and he died. Boom! Sora was stunned. He never thought that Di Lu would die like this, in front of him. After reacting, Sora was directly overwhelmed by hatred, and then QB 9 tails on his body checked all the carrots burst out. forming four tails directly, and at the same time lost their minds, then looked for Tianyu, and rushed towards Tianyu directly. Ask for support, ask for subscription, ask for reward. Chapter 734th Attack. The four-tailed beast like Sora, the speed is very fast, the chakra erupted in an instant, and then appeared in front of Tianyu, and hit Tianyu with a claw. Reference mark bug. Tianyu took a step towards the side, Kong immediately lost his attack, and then Tianyu stepped forward, covered with armament hockey, punched Kong in the face, and directly sent Kong flying out. Roar! Sora let out a beast roar and completely lost his mind. With the instinct of a beast, he continued to attack Tianyu, completely ignoring the pain in his body. Have you completely lost your mind? Tianyu saw Kong's state and didn't intend to waste time. Let's solve you as soon as possible. Thinking of this, Tianyu took a step forward, and then Kong did not respond. At that time, a kick flew into the air. Sora flew upside down, and Tianyu continued to chase the past, instantly appeared above Sora, and then kicked down, boom. Sora fell directly into the ground, and then Tianyu landed directly, kicked hard of hits empty. PFF'd. Even though he had lost his mind, Sora spit out a mouthful of blood and stretched out his claws, wanting to attack Tianyu. However, Tianyu directly threw it out, stabbed Kong's limbs, and then fixed Kong. Kong couldn't move for a while. Tianyu saw this, hand seal in his hand, 5 kinds of chakras appeared on the 5 fingers, 5 elements, seal. Tianyu slammed into Sora's abdomen, however, Sora's chakra was all sealed, including his own chakra and Kyuubi's 9 tails chakra. After being hit by the seal of the 5 elements, the Kyuubi 9 tails chakra on Sora's body gradually entered Sora's body and did not erupt again. Tianyu grabbed Kong directly with one hand, then chose to leave here, leaving only the bodies of Dalu and the others, and stayed here. Tianyu headed back towards a Megakure village. A day later, because of the disappearance of Dalu, the people of the Temple of Fire also began to look for traces of Dalu and Kong. However, when they found each other, Dalu was already dead. The news of Dalu's death quickly reached Konoha village, especially Asuma's ears. How is it possible? Why does this happen? Asuma couldn't understand immediately, because Dalu's strength was also very powerful. Touch. In Hokage's office, after Tsunade got the news, he was instantly furious. Who did it? Dalu died, and even the sky was lost. He also found the bodies of Danzo's men. What did he want? What? Call him for me, Tsunade exclaimed angrily. I'm here. Danzo appeared in the office. What are you going to do? Tsunade asked directly the moment he saw Danzo. I'll just say it directly. Danzo's expression remained unchanged. I originally planned to bring that Sora back to the root and train him to be a dead man, so I sent 5 root Jonin, but they all died. Even that land is dead. That pseudo-Kyuubi 9 tails person Jinchuriki column force has also been taken away by unknown people. The most important thing now is to find the other party. Kyuubi 9 tails cannot be taken by others yet. You bastard! Tsunade scolded, and immediately knew that what Danzo said was right. The most important thing now is to find the other party. Cooperate with me and search with all my strength. The enemy must not have left the country of fire. Tsunade said. Don't worry, I won't do something like this randomly. Danzo obviously knew the seriousness of the matter. Immediately, Konoha village was mobilized immediately, and a large number of ninjas were sent out to find the murderer, that is, Tianyu. Konoha, who was fully deployed, quickly locked the target person. Because the time was not in a hurry, Tianyu did not go all out, but walked slowly, so at this time, he also found the feeling of being watched. Are you from Konoha? Tianyu guessed, and then he didn't pay too much attention. With his strength, Konoha's people are a dead end. Although he knows Tsunade and has helped him a lot, Tianyu will not be able to deal with Konoha's people. After getting the information, Asuma in Konoha village couldn't sit still. He took his team and headed towards Tianyu. After Tsunade got the news, he didn't care too much, because other than Asuma, and many elite ninjas were dispatched. Soon, Asuma gathered with the other team of Konoha ninjas, and then went to Tianyu's location. Because Tianyu grabbed Kong directly in his hand, he was quickly discovered, and then was chased by Asuma and the others. Asuma brought people directly in front of Tianyu. Because they were wearing a hat, they didn't see Tianyu's face, and they didn't recognize Tianyu's identity. A dress like this. Is that the organization? Asuma obviously knew Akatsuki as well. Organized, since the last time he saw the two members, Oni Shark and Itachi. Fortunately, there is only one person this time. After confirming that there was only one person, Asuma also subconsciously breathed a sigh of relief, because if there was only one person, Asuma thought that with their strength, even if they lost, they would be able to retreat completely. Did you kill Delu? Asuma looked at Tianyu with a serious face. Delu, I did kill it. Are you planning to avenge him? Tianyu looked at Asi with disdain. Just you. Then I can't let you go. Asuma took out his weapon. Then you were ready to die. Tianyu looked at Asuma, not caring at all. The art of Sanchidori. As Yamashiro Aoba used ninjutsu, a large number of birds appeared in the sky, and then flew towards Tianyu. Shadow imitation. Nara Shikamaru also used ninjutsu at the same time, and the black shadow extended directly towards Tianyu. At the moment when Yamashiro Aoba used ninjutsu, he disappeared in the same place, and then suddenly appeared in front of Tianyu, Black Blade 2. I saw a black knife stab directly at Tianyu. Tianyu moved to the side, and then Kong, who was carrying in his hand, was directly punched at the black knife by him. When Shancheng Qingye saw this, his face changed and he quickly retracted his black knife. At this time, Tianyu kicked with one kick, flying over the mountain city green leaves. At this moment, a shadow appeared at Tianyu's feet, and then extended towards Tianyu. Tianyu dodged directly, then retreated, and Nara Shikamaru's attack failed. Ask for support, ask for subscription, ask for reward. Chapter 735th Shot Battle. Aoba back. Asuma shouted, Kaden fire style ashes. Following Asuma's shout, Yamashiro Aoba directly took advantage of the shield of the birds and stepped back. At this time, the soot had blocked Tianyu's area, blast. With Asuma's shout, Tianyu's area exploded directly come on. Or en airy product kai en airy product or. Boom. However, Tianyu disappeared long ago, away from the explosion range, and appeared directly in front of Shikamaru, hand seal with one hand, sweetened, water style, water colliding wave. A stream of water appeared, directly impacting towards Shikamaru. Shadow shield. Shikamaru directly hand seal with both hands. The shadow immediately formed a shield, and then resisted in front of him. Boom. The shadow shield was shattered directly, but the power of his men was not strong enough to kill Shikamaru, and Shikamaru stepped back directly. However, Tianyu followed directly and kicked Shikamaru again, PFF'd. Shikamaru coughed up a mouthful of blood. At this time, Asuma arrived. Wolf Kiba cuts the cone. The flying swallow in his hand was covered with futon, wind-style chakra, then attacked Tianyu. Although Asuma's attack was very sudden, but to Tianyu, it was very weak. With observation haki, how could Tianyu be attacked? Because Tianyu didn't want to be discovered his identity, so he did not choose to use Mokuden, wood-style Kaden, fire-style, smashes the arrow. Tianyu directly hits Asuma with the one-handed hand seal, a huge flame arrow. Although it is not the first time he has seen the opponent's one-handed hand seal, but after seeing the opponent's one-handed hand seal using such a powerful ninjutsu, Asuma was still very shocked to know that this is not a simple ninjutsu. The powerful flame arrow hit Asuma. Feeling the powerful warning from his body, Asuma knew that if he couldn't dodge this move, he would probably die directly. I will die. Asuma kept repeating this thought in his heart. He gave up his attack directly, and then evaded with all his strength. Sketch. Asuma evaded with all his strength. Doden, earth style, earth flow wall. Yamashiro Aoba also used defensive ninjutsu. Sweden, water style, water formation wall. as the same, intending to buy time for Asuma. Shadow Shield. Shikamaru also immediately reacted at this time. The black shadow formed a shield and resisted Asuma. Boom! The powerful flame arrow directly smashed the earth flow wall and the water formation wall, and penetrated the shadow shield, and then hit Asuma, although Asuma has used the instant technique, but still did not completely escape past. Ah! Asuma screamed, half of his body was scalded by the flames, but he still managed to escape. How can it be so powerful? Shikamaru said in shock, knowing that the other party was carrying a person in his hand and fighting them with one hand. That's it, they are not opponents at all, they are crushed by the opponent. Quickly think of a way, otherwise, I am afraid that the whole army will be destroyed. Shikamaru quickly thought about the feasible way. Although Shikamaru's wisdom is very powerful, the gap in strength cannot be made up by wisdom. He was not Tianyu's opponent at first, and after Asuma was injured, he was even less of an opponent. I think we need to change the purpose of the fight, Shikamaru said suddenly to Asuma, Aoba, Yamashiro and Kazuzuzu. What do you mean? Asuma asked. It's clear now that just the few of us are not the opponent's opponent at all, so the purpose now is not to take revenge, but to save that Sora. As for revenge, we can only wait for support or talk about it later. Shikamaru said. Although he didn't want to admit it, Asuma knew that Shikamaru was right. Now their strength is not enough to avenge the land and land. Okay, just do as you said. Asuma still agreed with Shikamaru's statement. Okay, let's do this then. Shikamaru told Asuma and the others directly about his plan. After hearing Shikamaru's plan, Asuma and the others nodded, and then prepared to try Shikamaru's method, while Tianyu was completely unmoved, because Tianyu was no longer ready to play, and planned to shoot directly to solve them. Attack! Asuma shouted, then charged directly at Tianyu, Feiyin Kongchuan. A huge wind blade attacked Tianyu. The art of San Chidori. Yamashiro Aoba used demonic illusion to interfere. Black Blade is two-sword. He also appeared behind Tianyu, and then cooperated with Asuka to attack Tianyu, who was attacking Tianyu holding Sora's arm. Asuma and Bionzule attacked in the same tandem, boring attack. Tianyu looked at this scene with disdain, hand seal with one hand, sweetened water style, water breaks waves. Tianyu stepped directly on the moon step and flew into the air, and then spit out a high-pressure water stream from Tianyu's mouth, cutting it towards Asuma and Jizule. Not good. Asuma saw the danger of this move, shouted directly, and resisted it with the flying swallow in his hand. However, the high-pressure water flow directly cut Asuma's flying swallow, but Asuma also used this opportunity, backed away, although one arm was left. Asuma avoided the past, and the same luck was not very good. The high-pressure water flow passed through, and the knife cut people and destroyed them. He was directly killed, and his body was separated from top to bottom. Similar. Shancheng Qingye immediately shouted. Be careful, Aoba. Asuma also shouted at the same time. Damn, be sure to catch up. Shikamaru's shadow headed towards the back of Yamashiro Aoba at the fastest speed. I saw Tianyu who had killed the same foot, and instantly appeared in front of Yamashiro Aoba, Kaden Fire Style Great Fireball Jutsu. A huge flame directly hit the defenseless Yamashiro Aoba, and was directly hit by devoured by the flames. The mountain city Qingye died. Bastard! Asuma immediately shouted angrily. Shikamaru was also angry. The shadow turned into a sharp weapon and stabbed Tianyu. Kaden Fire Style Dragon Flame Release Song Jutsu. Tianyu hand seal again, and then spit out 6 fire dragons from his mouth, and then attacked Asuma and Shikamaru in the past. As for Shikamaru's shadow, under the attack of the fire dragon, it collapsed directly. Not good. After seeing Tianyu's ninjutsu, Asuma immediately felt bad. With a quick hand seal in his hand, Doden Earth Style multiple earth walls. 5 earth walls in a row resisted in front of Asuma, and then the fire dragon directly hit the earth flow wall. Without the slightest accident, the earth flow wall was directly dried by the fire dragon, and then shattered, and the remaining 4 fire dragons attacked Asuma. Ask for support, ask for subscription, ask for reward. Chapter 736 Sneak In. Come to meet Senju to kill. At this critical moment, Asuma chose to use the ninjutsu taught him by Delu, only to see Chakra's fist and directly hit the fire dragon. Approximately equal the image miscellaneous G. However, Asuma's Senju kill, compared to the land and land, is really far behind. It is not enough to resist the fire dragon. There is still a fire dragon, which came directly to Asuma, and then drowned Asuma. No, Shikamaru shouted directly, he couldn't believe it would end like this. After the fire dragon passed, Asuma's dead body appeared there, lying on the ground, without the slightest breath. Tianyu watched this scene lightly. As long as he shot at him, then he was the enemy. Just when Tianyu was about to continue to kill Shikamaru, he suddenly felt something, and saw a group of Konoha ninjas gathered together, and then came here, and soon, many Konoha ninjas surrounded it. Cut. That's all. Forget it, let's let you guys go. Tianyu didn't plan to continue fighting. Then, goodbye, everyone. Not good. He's leaving. Shikamaru shouted directly. However, they couldn't stop Tianyu's footsteps at all. Tianyu left here with a blink of an eye. Konoha's ninja could only watch Tianyu's leave. Damn. Shikamaru kept pounding the ground, feeling extremely lost and pained by Asuma's death. How could this happen? Shikamaru. Others looked at Asuma's death, and their hearts were also very sad. Ino and Choji also came here, and then looked at the dead Asuma, and immediately couldn't accept this fact. Asuma's death spread to the Hokage office in Konoha village. Damn. How could Asuma die? And Yamashiro Aoba and Kazuzu-san are the same. Tsunade said angrily. The enemy is too strong. Shikamaru said with a heavy face, and now he has recovered a little. How strong? Tsunade asked. The opponent held the empty space in his hand, and it solved us, and it was still crushed. The opponent did not suffer any damage. The ninjutsu used by the opponent was Kaden, fire style, and Suiten, water style. And it's powerful, Shikamaru said the information he got. One-handed hand seal, using ninjutsu to defeat both of you. This time, Tsunade also knew the seriousness of the matter. The opponent's strength is absolutely super powerful. What are you going to do? Do you want revenge? Tsunade immediately. He looked at Shikamaru. Yeah, Shikamaru didn't deny anything. Asuma-sensei's revenge must be avenged. Shikamaru's attitude was very firm. Wait to find each other again. After all, after this battle, it is not that simple to find each other. Tsunade said, and did not object to revenge. Yes, Shikamaru also knew that Tsunade was right, so he agreed with Tsunade and left. Akatsuki. After Shikamaru left, Tsunade thought about the organization, and Jiraiya's intelligence. At this time, Tianyu also went directly back to Omegakure village, and after detaining Kong, he did not continue to pay attention to this matter. Tianyu's departure also caused Konoha's people to not find Tianyu again, which also made Shikamaru and the others helpless. At the same time, the information about Asuma's death was also obtained by Jiraiya, who was always concerned about Akatsuki. Did you have a conflict with Akatsuki? Asuma died. Looking at the information in his hand, Jiraiya chose to return to the village. Konoha village. Jiraiya set foot here again. At the same time, Jiraiya also made up a resolution and came to the Hokage office. Long time no see, Tsunade. Jiraiya greeted. It's you. Tsunade glanced at Jiraiya. Why did you think of coming back? Tsunade asked. I got news of Asuma's death too. Jiraiya said. It was the Akatsuki man you mentioned who did it, and the opponent's strength is also very strong. This organization is very dangerous. Tsunade said. Yeah, it is possible to defeat one elite Jonin and two special Jonins with one hand, without hurting the slightest. The strength of the other party is indeed very terrifying. Jiraiya did not deny it. So, what are you going to do? Now that you're back, what are you going to do? Tsunade asked. Yes, Jiraiya didn't deny it. I found a place suspected to be the Akatsuki base, and I'm going to check it out. Jiraiya said. Are you crazy? If so, are you going to die? Although you are very powerful, how can you be an opponent with so many opponents? Tsunade said. Ha 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 ha. Jiraiya laughed outright. Don't worry. Tsunade. With my strength, as long as I don't fight recklessly, I can still escape. Don't worry about that, Jiraiya said. Have you decided yet? Tsunade asked. I've decided, Jiraiya said solemnly. Where? Tsunade asked. Not far from the original village of Omegakure. Jiraiya said. In the former Omegakure village? Tsunade asked in surprise. Yeah, what's wrong? Jiraiya looked at Tsunade strangely. Nothing, I'm just surprised. You know, Omekage, after all, is from the Senju clan. Tsunade said. Yeah, I'm going now, and I'm going to see if Omegakure village is involved in this matter. Jiraiya said. So it is. Tsunade expressed understanding. Go if you want, but be careful, Tsunade said. Are you caring about me? Jiraiya said, looking at Tsunade. Go to hell, Tsunade cursed. Ha 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 ha. Jiraiya laughed directly. You can take a gamble for me to see if I can come back. Jiraiya left here with a smile. Tsunade watched Jiraiya's departure leisurely, and always had a bad feeling that this was the last time the two met. With the decision of Jiraiya, go directly to the address of the original Omegakure village at the fastest speed. Because the Omegakure village has left there, it has become a huge commercial city, and Akatsuki is in a base in the distance. Jiraiya directly came to Rain City at his fastest speed, and then took a rest. He wanted to save his strongest combat power before sneaking into Akatsuki's base. The next morning, after Jiraiya entered Akatsuki's base, he lurked directly in. It was still raining lightly in this area, but Jiraiya didn't know that he had been sensed by Nagato's Rain Tiger Freedom Technique. Ask for support, ask for subscription, ask for support. Chapter 737 Mad Ghost War Pain. Someone invaded. Far away in Nagato of Omegakure village, through the Rain Tiger Freedom Technique released by Heavenly Path Pain, he sensed that someone had invaded Akatsuki's base. This powerful chakra is its Sanin of Konoha village, Jiraiya, the crazy ghost. Through Heavenly Path Pain's sight, Nagato knew the identity of the other party. Has the base been discovered? Conan asked. Yes, from Konoha village. Nagato replied. The Akatsuki base can't be found now. Let Pain 6 Paths strike. The others are not at the base. Nagato said. Jiraiya, one of the Sanin. Tianyu suddenly became interested when he said the name. Let me check it out too. Are you going to? Aren't you just a Jiraiya? Even Sanin doesn't have to be like this, right? Conan wondered, isn't Orochimaru who is also Sanin too strong? Conan wondered. Not the same, Tianyu said. What's different? Conan asked. Jiraiya's strength is the most powerful among Sanin. He can Sage Mode. Tianyu explained. Sage Mode. Then his strength is really not easy. Nagato nodded, but he doesn't know the information about Pain 6 Paths, so it's easy to solve him. Nagato is very confident. I'm not doubting whether you can solve him, but I want to see his strength. Tianyu stated his purpose. If that's the case, then go take a look. That base, don't let it go. Nagato said, I'm running Pain here. Okay, Tianyu nodded, then directly used the Hiraishin technique, and appeared in Akatsuki's base in an instant. At the same time, Afe also got absolutely information. After knowing that someone had invaded, he came directly here and appeared in Tianyu in front of him. Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, was absolutely not to be missed. Even you are here. Afe saw Tianyu directly. Yeah, the other party is the legendary Sanin after all, so you can't underestimate the other party. Tianyu nodded. Then go and see the opponent's strength. He absolutely cannot escape our palms. Afe said to himself. Boom! The figure of 6 paths appeared in front of Jiraiya in a row, it was Pain 6 Paths. Have you been found? Looking at the figure that appeared on the other side, Jiraiya knew that she had been found, but she didn't care too much, and then looked at the other side carefully. I saw a circle of Rinnegan appear in front of Jiraiya, purple eyes with a hint of nobility and ruthlessness. Pain 6 Paths has no emotion, and stares at Jiraiya indifferently. Is this a circle of eyes, the legendary Rinnegan? Jiraiya remembered the information about these eyes. I didn't expect the legendary eyes to actually exist. Jiraiya couldn't believe it, but everything in front of him told him that it was true. Intruder, there is only one dead end. Heavenly Path Pain said, and then 6 pains directly surrounded Jiraiya, ready to attack at any time. I didn't expect you to put the base here, it's really good to remember. Jiraiya immediately knew that this time he really found Akatsuki's base. What is your purpose? Jiraiya asked with a serious face. Because of the concealment of the major villages, Jiraiya didn't know that Akatsuki had started collecting tailed beasts. Peace, Heavenly Path Pain said. Humph, so many S-rank sentences are for peace. Who would believe it? Jiraiya didn't believe what Heavenly Path Pain said at all. God doesn't lie, Heavenly Path Pain said solemnly. God's path is unstoppable. Having said this, Pain is ready to start. As long as you defeat you, then you will be able to know your purpose. Jiraiya said solemnly. God can't fail. 6 Paths Pain lined up, standing in front of Jiraiya. There are no gods in this world, Jiraiya exclaimed, then a quick hand seal in his hand, Cadent Fire Style, Fire Bomb. A large group of flames spit out directly from Jiraiya's mouth and attacked 6 Paths Pain. However, Pain was completely unmoved, and saw Pain, the hungry ghost, take a step forward, then raised his hands, facing the flame, seal. I saw the Cadent Fire Style issued by Jiraiya, which was directly hit by the fire. Hungry Ghost Road Pain was absorbed, and then turned into chakra. Jiraiya's ninjutsu, completely useless. As this absorbing ninjutsu, Jiraiya looked at Pain's ability and guessed, as expected of the legendary Rinnegan. Jiraiya sighed a little, but didn't care too much. He didn't think all ninjutsu was the same. Can be absorbed. Strange wrist rocket. Shira said. Pain took a step forward, and then sent a rocket in his hand, attacking Jiraiya. Doden Earth Style, Swamp of the Underworld. Jiraiya quickly handed the hand seal, and then all the ground below turned into a swamp, and she stepped back directly to avoid Shira Road's attack. Boom, boom. Jiraiya quickly stepped back, and the explosion continued to sound, but Jiraiya was not injured in the slightest. The art of psychic. Animal Road also moved, and in an instant, a large number of psychic beasts were psyched out, including split dogs, crabs, lobsters, etc., and rushed towards Jiraiya. Seeing a large number of huge psychic beasts attacking him, Jiraiya's face remained unchanged, and the hand seal in his hand quickly said, the psychic technique, the 3 Toad Brothers. In an instant, 3 huge toads appeared under Jiraiya. Boom! The 3 weapons were swept out directly. It was the Toad Boss and their weapons, and then hit the huge psychic beast that came towards Jiraiya. Jiraiya, it will cause us trouble, Toad Boss said with a cigarette in his mouth. Ha 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 ha, I'll trouble you this time, the enemy is too troublesome. Jiraiya laughed. Leave it to us, said Big Toad. Although I am clumsy, I will work hard, Toad Jian said. Toad Guang clenched his swords tightly. Boom! The 2 sides fought again in an instant. The 3 Toad Brothers fought with the giant psychic beast, while Jiraiya jumped to the side, and then 5 pains surrounded Jiraiya again. It's really a little troublesome, Jiraiya thought to herself, looking at Pain who surrounded her. Looks like I'm going to use Sage Mode. But I have to buy some time. Toad Jian, help me, I need to get through. Ling those 2, Jiraiya shouted. Okay, I'll do my best. Toad Jian broke through the beasts, siege, and then came to Jiraiya. Ask for support, ask for subscription, ask for reward. Chapter 738 Mad Ghost War Pain 2. Jiraiya stood on Toad Jian's body, then folded his hands together, and began to gather Sage Art Chakra, preparing to channel the 2 immortals. Woo woo. Organ armor. Shira Road Pain appeared directly in front of Jiraiya, and then attacked Jiraiya. I can't disturb you. Toujien directly held the shield in one hand, and then resisted the opponent's attack. At the same time, he held the fork in the other hand and hit Pain, the road of Shira. Boom! Shira Dao's powerful strength resisted Toujien's attack, and then he saw the human Dao Pain walked towards Jiraiya, and touched Jiraiya with his hand. Danger! Jiraiya, who was gathering Sage Art Chakra, saw the arrival of Pain in the human realm, and immediately felt the fatal danger, don't be touched. Thinking of this, Jiraiya immediately dodged and left. He stopped in place and moved quickly. Six Paths Pain kept chasing towards Jiraiya. Jiraiya kept dodging. At this moment, Heavenly Path Pain shot, and instantly seized an opportunity and appeared beside Jiraiya, almighty push. The powerful repulsive force erupted directly, and then directly crushed the surprised Jiraiya. With a sound of boom, Jiraiya was bombarded directly, and then was blasted away from a distance. Pong! The hit Jiraiya turned into smoke, and it was Shadow Clone. It's actually a clone. Pain was a little surprised, knowing that his Rinnegan didn't see it. Senpo, Sage Art Super Big Ball Rasengan. Jiraiya suddenly appeared from one side, only to see that he had entered Sage mode at this time, with two little toads standing on his shoulders, the two great immortals of the Toad clan, and Jiraiya holding a super huge Rasengan in his hand. He appeared in front of the animal and hit him directly. Boom! The powerful rotating power contained in Rasengan directly tore Pain. The beastly path, finally killed one. Jiraiya exclaimed. Little Jiraiya, what are you calling us to do? Don't you know I'm still cooking? Said Immortal Zima. Okay, baby, little Jiraiya is calling us, there must be something important. Said Immortal Fukasaku. I'm sorry, this time the enemy has Rinnegan, so I have to summon the two of them. Jiraiya said apologetically. Rinnegan. The two immortals were shocked, and it took a long time to react. I didn't expect this legendary eye to appear. Immortal Zima was surprised. But why are there so many Rinnegans? There are 6 of them. Immortal Fukasaku wondered. I don't know. Jiraiya shook her head, expressing she didn't understand. No matter how many Rinnegans he has, with us here, we can't beat the opponent, can't we still leave? Immortal Zima said to himself. That's right. Go ahead, little Jiraiya. Immortal Fukasaku also believed. Okay, then we're ready. Jiraiya looked at the 5 pains coming towards him, with a hand seal in his hand. Senpo, Sage Art Kaden, Fire Style, Gomon. Wind Style. Immortal Zima used Kaden, Fire Style, a super powerful Kaden, Fire Style, to attack the 5 pains. Seal of Sealing. Hungry Ghost said Pain took a step forward and directly absorbed Jiraiya's Senpo, Sage Art attack. Can you even absorb Senpo, Sage Art? Jiraiya said seriously. As expected of Rinnegan, the 2 immortals sighed. Senpo, Sage Art Hair Needle 1000 books. Jiraiya took advantage of the other party's absorption of Kaden, Fire Style, his hair hardened, and then stabbed at the other party. Only a tear was heard, and under the cover of the flames, Pain's body was directly torn apart by Jiraiya's attack, and another Pain was defeated by Jiraiya. As expected of Jiraiya, I didn't expect to defeat 2 Pains so quickly. Ah Fei exclaimed. After all, the opponent has entered the Sage mode, and the strength has reached the Super Cage level. Of course, these Pain can't deal with it, and only Heavenly Path Pain can fight the opponent. Tianyu said. It seems that the normal Pain is no longer your opponent, so I will do it myself. Heavenly Path Pain took a step forward, while the other Pain stepped back. It seems that the opponent's strength is the strongest. Jiraiya exclaimed. Be careful, both immortals reminded. I know. Jiraiya sensed danger from the other side too. Heavenly Path Pain suddenly moved and appeared in front of Jiraiya in an instant, almighty push. Raising his hand was an almighty push, and a powerful repulsion attacked Jiraiya. So fast. The moment Heavenly Path Pain moved, Jiraiya was amazed at the speed of the other party, but in Sage mode, Jiraiya still reacted. Senpo, Sage Art Needle Jizo. Jiraiya's hair directly became needles, and then wrapped around his body. However, under the strong repulsion force, Jiraiya was directly knocked out, but she was not injured. Heavenly Path Pain saw this and directly chased after it. Senpo, Sage Art Kaden, Fire Style, Fire Bomb. Flying backwards, Jiraiya directly spit out a big mouthful of flames. Almighty Push. Heavenly Path Pain was another almighty push, which directly defeated the flame, and then did not stop in his hand. Universal Pull. A powerful attraction directly acted on Jiraiya. Is it gravity this time? Jiraiya felt the condition of her body and guessed, as expected of Rinnegan. He can actually manipulate repulsion and gravity. Jiraiya sighed, but didn't care much about such a situation. Senpo, Sage Art Sweden, Water Style, Water Breaks Waves. Immortal Zima spit out a high-pressure water stream, and then cut it towards Heavenly Path Pain. Seeing that Jiraiya has entered the attack range, Heavenly Path Pain is directly another almighty push. Zima Immortal Sweden, Water Style, is directly crushed, and at the same time, Jiraiya is also smashed out. Cough, cough, Jiraiya stood up and coughed continuously, but was hurt by the repulsion just now. Can the opponent's ability be used continuously? If so, how can we defeat the opponent? It can't be used indefinitely, there must be interruptions, but the time is too short, so we didn't find it. Said Immortal Fukasaku. Then keep fighting. If you don't understand the opponent's abilities, the opponent is too dangerous to let them disadvantage the village. Jiraiya said. Then let's continue. Neither of the two immortals rejected Jiraiya's proposal, and the two sides fought again. Ask for support, ask for subscription, ask for reward. Chapter 739 Mad Ghost War Pain 3. After another blow, Jiraiya was knocked out again, but Jiraiya already had some guesses. One more time. Jiraiya's eyes were bright. Swastika $. Thousands of Senpo, Sage Art Wool needles. Countless needles stabbed toward Heavenly Path Pain, and at the same time, Jiraiya rushed straight up. Almighty Push. Heavenly Path Pain directly repelled Jiraiya's attack. However, at this time, Jiraiya had already rushed up. 2 seconds. Appeared directly in front of Heavenly Path Pain. 3 seconds. Holding a huge Rasengan in his hand, Senpo, Sage Art Super Big Ball Rasengan. Directly to Heavenly Path Pain. 4 seconds. And this time, Heavenly Path Pain didn't use his repulsion, because the 5 seconds had not yet come. Heavenly Path Pain evaded, and Jiraiya's attack was immediately empty. Jiraiya knew that he guessed right. 5 seconds. At this time, Heavenly Path Pain's eyes changed. Almighty Push. The powerful repulsion was played again. Boom. Jiraiya's Rasengan directly hit the invisible repulsion force. Stalemate for a moment, and then flew out again. After standing firm, Jiraiya's eyes brightened. 5 seconds, the interval between the opponent's attacks is 5 seconds. Jiraiya laughed. However, at this time, pain on the side also moved instantly, especially the pain of Shira Road, which appeared directly in front of Jiraiya, Asura's attack. The powerful force directly acted on Shira Road's hands, then called Jiraiya. Jiraiya hadn't reacted yet, but Immortal Zima and Immortal Shensaku responded. Senpo, Sage Art Water Breaking Wave Art. The high-pressure water stream cut it directly, while Immortal Shensaku directly stuck out his tongue to wrap around the Asura Road. However, although the two immortals reacted, the Asura Dao Pain was originally the most powerful existence in the fighting technique, and this time he used all his strength, so the two immortals still did not block each other, but they also played when the blocking effect was reached. The attack that originally hit Jiraiya's heart, under the blocking of the two immortals, hit Jiraiya's left arm. Boom! All of Shira Dao's power hit Jiraiya's left arm, and the left arm suffered severe pain. Jiraiya was also stubborn and ignored his arm. Senpo, Sage Art Kaden, Fire Style, Big Flame Bullet. The powerful flame spit out directly from Jiraiya's mouth, and then blasted towards Pain, Shira Road. Tear. Jiraiya's left arm was directly broken, but Jiraiya's Kaden, Fire Style, also directly engulfed Pain, and Pain died. Cough. Even Jiraiya couldn't ignore the broken arm. After stopping the blood, Jiraiya looked at the remaining 3 panes. It seems that this time is troublesome. Jiraiya sighed. Use demonic illusion. Solve the remaining 3 at once. Immortal Fukasaku said suddenly. Ah, do you want to use that technique? It's not good for your voice. Immortal Zima hesitated. Otherwise, we have to leave. An injury like little Jiraiya must be dealt with as soon as possible. In this case, the arm may be taken back, said Immortal Fukasaku. Okay, then let's try it. Immortal Zima did not hesitate to see this. Senpo, Sage Art Toad sings. The 2 immortals directly used demonic illusion. The sound of toads, and the high-intensity sound waves went directly to Heavenly Path Pain, Earth Pain and Hell Pain. Yeah, the 3 panes were immediately under the sound of demonic illusion, hit the demonic illusion, and were sealed by the demonic illusion enchantment. Just as Mount Myoboku's stone sword was about to stab Heavenly Path Pain woke up, come over, and do an almighty push without hesitation. The powerful repulsive force roared out directly. Heavenly Path Pain avoided Jiraiya's demonic illusion attack, and then left the place, but the rest of the human realm and the hell realm died, leaving only Heavenly Path Pain alone. Although one escaped, at least the others have been dealt with, and only the last one is left. Jiraiya didn't pay too much attention to the escape of Heavenly Path Pain. It was good to be able to deal with 2 people at once. Although there is only 1 person left, little Jiraiya, your condition is not very good, why don't you leave here first? Said Immortal Zima. No, I plan to stay, I feel like I'm about to discover something. Jiraiya refused to leave, but chose to continue fighting. If you keep fighting, you will die. Immortal Fukasaku said solemnly. Just let me be self-willed. Jiraiya laughed. Let me deal with this enemy for Konoha. Little Jiraiya. Fukasaku was a little reluctant. Okay, old man, with the 2 of us here, can't we keep little Jiraiya? Immortal Zima was very confident in his own strength. Okay, then we'll accompany you. Immortal Shenzuo also made up his mind when he saw this. As expected of Jiraiya, it pushed pain to such a level. Ah Fei exclaimed. So what? These are just puppets, Tianyu said. Yeah, but it's really a pity. Ah Fei said, not knowing what he was pity for. It's great that you've made it this far. You're so proud, Heavenly Path Pain said, looking at Jiraiya. Really, but I'm still going to find out who's behind you. Are you a puppet? Jiraiya said directly. Heavenly Path Pain fell silent after hearing Jiraiya's words. Sure enough, Jiraiya confirmed her guess. How did you know? Heavenly Path Pain asked, knowing that he didn't show any flaws. Although you did a very perfect job, but among these people, there are a few people, I have seen them, and they are all people in the small ninja village. When I traveled in the ninja world, I clearly remember that they are not without the current abilities and Rinnegan's. I can't help but speculate that they may have been made into puppets. Is this Rinnegan's power? Jiraiya said. As expected of one of Sanin's crazy ghosts, Jiraiya. Heavenly Path Pain did not deny it, apparently agreeing with Jiraiya's statement. However, if you want to see my real body, then first defeat my puppet. Otherwise, you don't have that qualification at all. Humph. Jiraiya snorted coldly. If you want to manipulate the puppet, it seems that your body is definitely not far from here. I will definitely find it. Jiraiya said. I hope so. Heavenly Path Pain didn't care about Jiraiya's words at all, because Heavenly Path Pain's strength is not that simple. Ask for support, ask for subscription, ask for reward. Mad Ghost War Pain, end. Jiraiya moved in an instant. Although he broke his left arm, he had the help of 2 immortals, so he could still use ninjutsu, senpo, sage art hair needle 1000 books. The dense long needles stabbed directly towards Heavenly Path Pain. Contour integral. Almighty push. A powerful repulsive force roared out, directly repelling it. Senpo, Sage Art Doden, Earth Style, Swamp of the Underworld. Senpo, Sage Art Kaden, Fire Style, Big Flame Bullet. 2 consecutive ninjutsu, sent out from Jiraiya's hand. Swamp of the Underworld Z trapped Heavenly Path Pain, then Kaden fire style attacks, the two combine, and this time, 5 seconds of Heavenly Path pain haven't passed. Although the time to develop Almighty Push has not yet come, Heavenly Path pain did not panic in the slightest, only to see the fast hand seal in his hand. Sweeten water style is super great waterfall technique. In an instant, a large water flow directly impacted past. The water flow covered the swamp, and then Heavenly Path pain stood directly on the water flow, and then the huge water flow continued to pounce towards Jiraiya's Kaden fire style ninjutsu, directly drowning the flames, and continued to go towards Jiraiya. But Nagato has a chakra of all attributes, is just that he usually does not use the ninjutsu of the 5 attributes, but this does not mean that his ninjutsu is weak. On the contrary, his ninjutsu is very powerful. Jiraiya avoided the water flow generated by the great waterfall technique, stood on the water flow, and looked at Heavenly Path pain with serious eyes. I didn't expect the opponent's ninjutsu to be so powerful. Jiraiya felt trouble. After all, only chakra is enough to use ninjutsu. With no interval at all. Heavenly Path pain was not too surprised after seeing Jiraiya dodging his own attack, universal pull. A powerful attraction pulled Jiraiya towards him. Gravity. Jiraiya didn't panic after feeling his body being pulled over. Senpo, Sage Art Kaden, Fire Style, Fire Bomb. A large flame went straight towards Heavenly Path pain. Heavenly Path pain directly pulled Jiraiya and slammed it towards the rock on the side, while he left the place directly, with a sound of boom. Jiraiya directly hit the rock, but fortunately there was no injury. At this time, Heavenly Path pain appeared beside Jiraiya, and then a close range, almighty push. Jiraiya used the positional hide to wrap his body at the critical moment. Boom. Jiraiya was directly repelled, but it also defended a lot of power, so it was not too hindered. Heavenly Path pain did not miss this opportunity and appeared directly above Jiraiya. At this time, the two immortals once again open your mouth. Senpo, Sage Art Toad sings. Another voice demonic illusion headed towards Heavenly Path pain. However, the originally effective demonic illusion had no effect at all after Heavenly Path pain was guarded this time. However, the two immortals also bought time for Jiraiya. Reverse Psychic Art. Super Almighty Push. The more powerful repulsive force burst out directly, heading directly towards the Jiraiya bombardment force below. Boom. Super Almighty Push directly hit Jiraiya, but at this moment, Jiraiya also saw that the situation was wrong, used the anti-psychic technique, and escaped back to Mount Myoboku. He escaped. Afe looked at this scene and said, without joy or sorrow. The opponent's strength is there, and he wants to leave, but he really can't stop him. Tianyu did not expect that Jiraiya chose to retreat this time. It was because Nagato did not become his disciple. Like the original, if Jiraiya accepted Nagato as a disciple, he would never choose to leave here. Heavenly Path pain watched Jiraiya leave, and was silent. In the end, he didn't say anything. He came to Afe and Tianyu. What should I do now? It's going to die. It's not safe anymore. If Konoha village and other 5 major ninja villages join forces to attack this place, I'm afraid it will be difficult to capture the tailed beast. Abandon this place. Remove Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path. Now is not the time to fight them. Wait until you get Yahweh and Kyubi, 9 tails. Tianyu said. Afe also thought for a while, okay, just abandon this place. He also knew that it was not the time to start a war with the ninja world. Heavenly Path pain also notified Nagato directly. In Omegakure village, Nagato opened his eyes directly. Have you dealt with the invaders? Conan asked after seeing Nagato open his eyes. No, he escaped. Nagato shook his head. The opponent's strength is very strong. 5 pain 6 paths have been killed, and only Heavenly Path pain is left. That Jiraiya is so powerful. Conan also exclaimed. It's quite powerful, but if I shoot with all my strength, I can completely kill him. Nagato said to himself, but the most important thing now is to remove Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, where there is no longer any safe. Nagato said. Let's choose the original Sunagakure village. If it is there, I believe not many people will find it there. Conan thought for a while and said. Okay, just choose there. Nagato also had no doubts. Then I'll go directly. Okay, be careful all the way. Conan said. Nagato's speed was very fast, and he soon arrived at the original Sunagakur village. After finding an underground base belonging to the original Sunagakur village, Nagato started the hand seal, Geto Mazo demonic statue of the outer path. Pung, Geto Mazo demonic statue of the outer path appeared directly in front of Nagato. On the other side, watching Geto Mazo demonic statue of the outer path disappear, Afe and Tianyu also knew Geto Mazo demonic statue of the outer path was moved. Let's go. There is no longer any value in staying here. After knowing the current location of Geto Mazo demonic statue of the outer path, Afe, Tianyu and Heavenly Path Pain all left. Mount Myoboku, cough. After Jiraiya appeared here, he spit out a large mouthful of blood. Immortal Shima and Immortal Fukasaku saw this, jumped directly from Jiraiya's shoulder, and then checked Jiraiya's injury. It's very serious. The bones in the whole body are basically broken, and the left arm is also broken. Although the broken arm has been taken back, even if it is connected now, I am afraid it will not return to normal. It can be said that it's a miracle that Jiraiya is still alive now. Said Immortal Fukasaku. The key is that he is in sage mode, otherwise, little Jiraiya will die. Said Immortal Zima. Let's help him treat his injuries first. After a long time, it will be too late. Said Immortal Fukasaku. Ask for support, ask for subscription, ask for reward.